Hello everyone, my name's Caden and welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak II. Last time we're finally through with the Genesis business. We got all 8 now, but for some reason they've all turned off now. They've all lost their power. However, we're just not going to worry about that for now because, we got... got the school festival thing going on. What the heck is this? Apply for Tennessee. Anyways, I did check out the final floor of the Marhan Garden that we can access here. I should mention this actually, by the way. So we're obviously getting close to the end of the game, right? I did actually end up learning something about the post-game of this game. Apparently there is a additional like scene in the Marhan Garden, or like an additional story scene after you beat the Marhan Garden in the post game, because I think they add like 6 or 7 more floors after you beat the game. So we will probably try and get that. However, it will be on very easy mode that way, because we know what the Marhan Garden's like. Speaking of very easy mode, I think I'm just going to keep it on very easy mode for right now, just to get through the side quests and stuff until we get to the final dungeon. Once we get to the final dungeon, I'll probably change it back, but for now, I'm just going to keep it on very easy, so that way we can get to the final part. I mean, we all know what the combat's like at this point. I've been through so many games. I love it, it's just, you know. Anyways, let's get started. I have to figure out where I was on the guide right here. Did the Marhan Garden. I guess next up is doing side quests, really. Let's see. So we have... There are apparently 3 different side quests here, although... I say there's 3, but I only have 2. Well, let's go to the Auburn. Oh, because it's because they're shut up by red. That's why. Anyways, let's go to the Auburn district and grab that last side quest. Oh, I should probably change something back though. Forgot I did this. I was wondering what fell off.
Why don't we see?
The Edith Sweet Contest. Plans have been laid to hold the Edith Sweets contest at the Armis Academy Festival, but unfortunately all the patissiers who were scheduled to participate are no-shows. Would you be willing to gather up replacements? I'll be waiting at Andalusia in the Opera District. Well, this is right up Van. Sorry. This is right up Van's alley. There are apparently no extra conditions for it, just do the side quests, so let's do it. Let's get to it.
Oh, if it isn't Van! I appreciate you all taking the time to visit, but I'm afraid I'm a little preoccupied at the moment.
No worries, we're on business today anyway. You guys sent out 4SPG asking for Arkwright Solutions help, right? We came to lend a hand.
Does that mean you were the Spriggan everyone's been talking about?
Oh, surprised to think it was you this whole time. Well, thankfully, you've caught me at the perfect moment.
Your request mentioned something about the Edith Sweets contest, right? Sounds like a pretty big deal.
Listen up, Fairy. The Edith Sweets contest is more than just a big deal.
It's a test of will that features the most celebrated patissiers in the capital. It may only be held every once in a blue moon, but it's an event that defines the future of each and every confectionery in the capital. Andalusia was the winner of last year's contest, which means they're practically shoo-in for this year's too.
I see.
You keep track of all their contests, huh?
I expect nothing less from the Professor Sweets. Up until last year, the event was sponsored by the Quincy Company. Many of the participants were from the East and Central East, so the judges had ample opportunity to act with prejudice. That won't happen again.
Hard to believe they're holding such a historic event at Armis of all places.
Sorry, I must have forgotten to mention it to you.
As last year's winner, we were consulted as to where the contest should be held. And as you may know, we're also in charge of providing the sweets for Armis's cafeteria. We try and set up a booth at their school festival every year. Due to it overlapping with the contest this year, I suggested we might as well hold the contest at Armis.
The school readily agreed to the proposal, of course. I even added my own seal of approval. However, we've recently been made aware of a few complications. That's why we issued a 4SPG.
Alright, makes sense to me. So, what did all the participants decide to bail on? What, did all the participants decide to bail or something?
Well, you see, apparently all the patissiers other than Holland have fallen horribly ill. Oh, what? At the same time? That's impossible. Well, usually before we hold the contest proper, we have a qualifying competition in order to determine who will be participating. Of course, that meant we all had to taste every inch of dish. And it just so happened that one of our contestants decided to use a rather rare spice.
Due to an unfortunate combination of ingredients, the result was mass food poisoning.
Nice.
And because everyone was aware of this combination, they were all unlucky enough to fall victim to it.
Nice.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Almost sounds like it could have been a terrorist attack. Simply hearing the word terrorist has me on edge.
Didn't something similar happen in Langport?
There's no need to worry. After conducting a thorough investigation, the police have concluded it was indeed an accident.
Yeah, haven't sensed anything fishy on my end either.
I guess that makes things a little better.
Thankfully, my symptoms were very light compared to the others. But the rest had no choice but to withdraw. Most said they were unwilling to participate if they were in top form.
It would be a shame to call the whole thing off, however. Instead, we thought we could perhaps bend the rules a bit. We're hoping to attract more participants if we open registration to the general public. Given such a strange circumstance, we figured that we might also rename the competition to the Armis Sweets Contest. However, we're still unable to decide who to recruit for participation, and the contest is just around the corner.
So, what you're saying is, as long as Holland's not the only competitor, everything else should fall into place. Still, convincing someone to join a competition at such short notice is going to be a hell of a task. Well, I'm sure we must know someone that'd be willing. We have to know someone. The world of sweets is at stake here.
For sweets!
Alright, run the case.
Are you sure?
Thank you so much, Van.
Honestly, I think you might be doing him a favor, not the other way around. But anyway, as a member of Armis' Student Council myself, I'll do everything I can to help. Guess our policy of only taking serious requests got thrown out the window, huh? Rules don't matter when there's sweets involved. Well, I suppose it's decided. Could you tell us how many participants you'd like us to recruit? If possible, 4 would be ideal.
4, huh? Think I know just who to call on then.
Is one of those people the owner of Montmartre?
You got that right. He'll probably grumble the whole way here, though. But I'm also thinking of asking the shopkeeper at Liberal Boutique.
That makes sense. She did used to work as a maid over in Bose after all. I believe she's been helping set up the festival recently. We should be able to find her somewhere around the school. Me? I bet she'll be great at baking.
Then, for a third participant, we should see if we can talk to the woman in charge of Langport's Laifu Fondian. You said she'd be in the capital today, right? Yeah, something like that. I heard she's got a stall over to buy Armis's front gate. I have a feeling we can expect some good stuff from her.
She sounds perfect, but do we have any ideas on who the 4th participant could be?
Can I make a suggestion? There's someone I've been hoping to meet for a while now. I believe I saw him in a magazine once, and I've been curious him ever since. His name is Dune from the Center Marsh.
Oh, hey!
Oh, I know him. I'm Gate de Dune, alright? I'm sure he'll be thrilled to get an invitation like this. Your enthusiasm for the culinary arts never ceases to amaze that man. However, I've heard he's closed shop for the moment. You might just have to search around for him. No problem. I have a feeling I know where to look. I heard he used to run around with some gangs, so I'm sure he's still in contact with a few of his old buddies. If we sniff around their usual hangouts, we'll find the guy in no time.
I see. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to look.
Well, if you don't mind going out of your way, I'd certainly appreciate it.
Can't stop yawning. I guess that makes 4. If we can get them all to agree, then it's a case closed.
Yeah, we should get moving.
Here's hoping you find only success.
Let's get to it, shall we?
Time to get to work.
I want. And after that,
Spring already. Time sure
We got the Life of Fondian. Test my skills.
Let me ask you
Yo,
something.
you want to join?
Is that really what happened? How terrible. I'd like to give you all a hand, but I'm not so sure it'd be alright for someone from Langport to participate.
It'd be fine.
I mean,
It was you. I was the one who recommended you anyway. Yeah, sweets shouldn't be a problem for the former Teiji Shushi of Kowloon Hotel, right?
That's for sure. My sister's gonna sweep the competition. Oh, you. Well, if you really think I can be of help, I'll gladly do my part.
Thanks. We'll see you at the contest then.
Spring already.
Next up, let's go see Lila.
Oh my. Oh, what a coincidence. Please.
Were you
look
always here,
around.
Mario? I'm still scared about what's gonna happen. I'm sorry, I can't stop yawning. I'm still scared of what's gonna happen in the story because,
We have a lost
oh
child
god,
here at the festival. You need your coffee.
I just have a bad feeling.
Her name is Marie, and she's from the Levra district.
Got a question for you.
Lila,
You don't have enough participants for your contest. Well, I'd be more than happy to help you all.
That was easy. Kinda figured it'd take a little more convincing.
As the proprietor of the Liberal Boutique, I simply have no reason to refuse. After all, it would make for a wonderful opportunity to introduce others to the flavors of Liberal. I'm sure my experience as a maid will do much to aid me as well. With your permission, I would be honored to take the chance to show everyone my skill. Thank you very much. We look forward to seeing what you can make.
Great. We'll see you later then.
next up, let's go talk to Victor.
Off we go.
Victor!
Monmar is
Dominique! Oh, what is happening in here? What is happening in here? Well, if it isn't Van, I've heard the festival's been a great success so far.
Huh. This sure ain't a group you see every day. I mean, I knew you guys were all familiar, but...
It's not so strange. We actually help each other out with all kinds of things, above and below ground. And sometimes we'll even go drinking after. Nice to see you too, Van. By the way, you haven't been involved in any scuffles lately, have you? No wounds or lacerations? Hunt for Desire members seems to be winding down lately, which means the underworld is seeing less movement by the day. And where there's fewer fights, there's fewer patients. Seriously, my income's starting to take a hit.
Well, I think a little more peace around here could do us some good.
My information network's been slowing down as well. I suppose there's just not as much to talk about these days. However, I did happen to hear that a certain someone will be getting busy soon. Isn't that right, Hermes?
Yeah, my real job's got something big coming up. And I've had to spend a hell of a lot of time preparing for it.
My, sounds like you have a story to tell. Care to elaborate?
Yeah, no kidding. You can't just say something like that and expect us not to be curious. Can't I? Let's have a little drinking contest then. If you beat me, I'll tell you all the details.
Awfully confident, aren't we?
Alright, I'm in. Should be nice to let loose for once.
She's got no intention of telling him, does she? A real job, huh? Can't say I'm not interested, but I guess I'll leave it be for now.
She's definitely someone with a lot of, like...
Alrighty.
She's definitely an important person. I just don't know what she is. What are you two doing here?
This is rather unusual. Or maybe not. Well, it's been a while since we last had a meal together.
We're just having a review of everything that's happened. Like that almost cool?
I mean, there's only like a handful of people that remember, right? Don't you think you should just forget about it? I'm afraid we can't do that. We must ensure that nothing of this nature happens in our organizations ever again. I suppose we owe President Gramhart a favor now. I doubt it will be so easy to return.
It sounds like we've got a lot of work on our hands. You know, I've always refused the offer to advance the S rate because I've never been able to fully commit myself. I allowed myself to ignore my responsibilities simply because I thought they were beyond me. That weakness was exactly what the Garden Master needed. I feel as though I need to retrain myself. There's no way I can settle things with Walter like this.
Shen.
To be fair, I don't think there was any way to prepare for it all. But I know neither of you are the type to be satisfied with words alone. Well, I guess make the most of your review, alright? We'll be counting on you in the future.
Dominique!
Grammy, what are you doing here?
It's been a while since I've had Victor's food, so I figured why not drop by. Is this where you're staying nowadays, Judith? Getting to eat such delicacies every day. Sounds like someone's getting a bit uppity.
No, well, that's not...
And Victor, any thoughts on what we talked about last time?
I'm flattered you think so highly of me, but...
Oh, what are you two scheming about? Stop sticking your nose into everything.
You see, I've got an acquaintance that's the owner of a high-class restaurant. He wanted me to ask if Asked Victor if he'd be willing to come work for him. So I did.
That sounds like the opportunity of a lifetime. Wouldn't you be making bank? I can't just leave Montmartre. I have to think of Paulette and Yume as well.
It would be quite sad if this place disappeared.
Yeah, where else would I get my food?
Well, here's my suggestion, Victor. Instead of working there full-time, you go as a consultant once a month. And in addition, I'm sure you could even have some of their chefs come over to help you at Montmartre. How's that a sound?
I think I can do that.
Great. Good talking business with you. You should be showing off your cooking to the whole world. Can't keep it locked up in Montmartre forever, you know?
Wow, I can't believe she got him to agree.
I suppose it's to be expected of someone with such skill. Worry about Maxim. Hang on.
What's on the menu? You seeing ya?
I was just checking something.
Let me ask you something.
You want to join the sweets competition?
So, that's what happened, huh? Sounds like some real bad luck. But you know that contest of theirs is only for the best of the best in the business, right? I think you believe my skills are up to par. Well, as much as I appreciate the thought, I really don't think it's the sort of place the owner of a simple bistro belongs. Listen, I get what you're trying to say, but the way things are now, the contest isn't even going to happen this year. There's just not enough participants. What if I put it like this? Those girls of yours found out that you got to take place in such a prestigious competition, standing among the very best in the industry. Don't you think they'd be proud?
Maybe it's my own personal bias speaking, but I'm a really big fan of all the food you make. I think you'd be a great addition to the contest. Yeah, me too.
Sheesh, you sure are making it hard to refuse. Taking on such a big job so suddenly would really put me in a bind now. But I know Yume's been looking forward to this festival for a while now. Guess I don't mind doing it for her. Alright, you can count me in.
Something tells me he's way more excited than he looks.
Great, we'll see you at the contest then.
Heck yeah, Victor. Victor's awesome. A part of me was kind of worried, like, when we first saw him, like, maybe he'd just be the grumbly, ape-old man, but no, he's just... I like him. He's awesome. Apparently, in the Blacklight District is where we'll find Dune.
Don't think I've seen you.
I'll check out the arena.
What are you looking at?
There you are.
Let me
You wanna
ask
join?
you something.
What, are you freaking kidding me? The Eat of Sweets contest is a battlefield that every patissier worth his salt tries to work his way into. There's no way someone like me should be taking part. My technique's just not to it.
He's taking this more seriously than I expected.
Look, I understand how you feel, but you've been doing pretty well, don't you think? Got to Doomed was even showcased in the magazine recently. I mean, sure, but... Listen, if we don't find enough participants, the event's going to suffer a huge setback. Just think of it as a lucky break, yeah?
And couldn't this be your chance to scope out the competition? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, I guess you're right. Alright, you got me. I'll just have to throw my best at him. Should also be able to brush on my skills in the meantime. Sounds good. We'll see you at the competition then. So we round up all the participants. Let's go back to Andalusia.
You know, I've decided that we're also going to do... Now,
What's next?
we could do these all at once, but I think we'll do, like... Oh, wait, hang on.
Yeah,
I
I
got...
thought you had poor taste.
Oh, SLM support effect.
Well, aren't you considerate?
SLM support effect.
Well, if you insist.
I'll take good care of it.
Wonder what this will go for.
You sure?
Just kidding.
Keep using
I
more.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'll take very good care of it.
More.
What? You expecting
I'll
thanks?
take good care of it. I'll treasure
Gotta
it.
treat myself every now and then.
Okay, we'll do one of these right now. That way we're not going to just have an entire stretch of time where we're doing nothing but this. I mean, we're still going to have that no matter what, but I figure we can cut things up a little. A special place with this. We'll do Anya's first. Anya's invited me to Treon Tower, where it sounds like she'll be meeting up with Professor Hamilton. I should probably head over when... Actually, you know what? Hang on. We're not going to do hers yet. We are going to do hers eventually, but there's... But the guide mentions that there are two that you absolutely want to be doing. Those two are, you want to absolutely do fairies, and you absolutely want to do wrens. And especially Ren's, apparently. So we'll start with Ren. The Student Council President's office. Seems Ren's been working non-stop to keep the festival running. All part of the job, I guess. But considering she's asking for a favor for once, I should probably lend her a hand. We'll start with Ren. This way I just breaks it up instead of having a huge swath of time. And part ways. Certain requests. That's what led to the bicycle parking incident. We since changed the way we're directing traffic, so I don't expect this to be an issue going forward.
Well, I'm glad to hear this matter came to a swift resolution, which was no doubt owed to your prompt response, I'm sure. Thank you for the report. Keep up the good work as always.
Of course. Oh, and one last thing. I know you're in charge of this festival and all, but I hope you'll give yourself a break soon. It's long overdue.
Yeah. Ren.
Hello, Ren Bright speaking. Oh my, a direct inquiry from the Institute. Is that in regards to the dissertation I published recently? So, they would like me to give a lecture on the design theories behind network traffic for the long-distance communications. I understand. I'll check my schedule and get back with you as soon as I can. Have a lovely day. Phew, no rest for the weary Student Council President, I suppose.
Oh, Estelle, Joshua, and Tina.
No, I shouldn't complain. I'm not the only one who's busy after all. Well then, I think I'll take advantage of this brief respite to chip away at my paperwork. I'll start with the club applications and the paperwork submitted for the new school year. Oh, come in. I wonder if it's Odette this time.
Hey there. Sorry to interrupt. You look as busy as ever, Mrs. President.
Good afternoon, Van. This is an unexpected surprise, but not an unwelcome one. To what do I owe this visit? Has something happened? If there's a problem, I'll make sure it's taken care of right away.
Actually, I just came to ask one simple question. Want to come on a little date with me?
My, Van Arkwright. I never took you for a casual flirt. Wonder how Anya's and Elaine would react if I spilled the tea on this little move you're making.
Huh? Why are you bringing them up? Anyway, looks like you've wrapped up all the work you need for now. You can spare the time, I'm sure. But if you want to play the stubborn card, I'll just have to drag you out of this office by force.
Well, you aren't leaving me much choice in the matter. Not that I'm objecting, of course. Absconding with you might make for a pleasant change of pace. Would you care to escort me?
Of course.
Right this way. Bookstore.
Ah, so they have the new sightseeing guides for Liberal and Crossbelt, do they? There's even one for the Empire.
Can't imagine I'll be heading out that way anytime soon, but I'd like to someday. But there's loads of great desserts you can only find over on the west half of the continent.
Well, if you do decide to go out that way, I wouldn't mind showing you around. I can take you on a tour of all the major cities, and I can help you find the places that are off the map. I know all the best restaurants.
Careful, I might take you up on that offer.
Aww. This is cute.
Huh, I really had you pegged as the type who'd like fishing. Oh yeah, I think you once told me that your older sister was pretty into it. She's a bracer, yeah?
That's right. She taught me how to fish before I moved to Calvard. I only do it on occasion, but it's a nice way to pass the time. She and her partner are traveling all over Zemuria in their effort to achieve A-rank status. She sent me his picture.
Hang on. Back up a second. They're still not A-rank? I would have thought they'd just be defaulted to S rank after dealing with the freaking Liber Arc incident. The Liber Arc incident. I would have figured they'd just be instantly like Jesus Christ. I just feel bad for them at this point.
She sends me pictures of fish she catches sometimes. Although, I do wish she'd spare me the details of their little lover spats.
Sounds like the two of you are pretty tight. Oh shit, that limited edition cake everyone's been hyped up about. Every time I poke my head in here, it's always sold out. It's even featured in a magazine special on Heavenly Confections.
It certainly looks delicious. It would probably go well with a refreshing cup of tea.
Gonna give it a try.
I know you're only asking because you want to try it for yourself, but very well. We can have some.
Hell yeah!
Pair made their way to the Grand Circuit. Decided to ride the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, we sure packed a lot in one date, huh?
Indeed. You have my gratitude, Van. This is exactly the sort of break that I needed. Although, I can't help but feel this supposed date is missing something. A touch of romance, perhaps?
Hey, cut me some slack. I'm already in enough trouble as it is for running off with a high school girl.
What a pity. Alright, I think it's about time you came clean. About the reason you took me on this date, I mean. It was almost as though you could tell I was in low spirits. I know you did all this from a place of genuine concern, but the timing was just a little too perfect, even for you. Tell me, did Estelle, Joshua, and Tita send you a 4SPG through the guild? My guess is yes. They were unable to fulfill their promise of coming to today's festival, so this must be their way of making up for that.
Well, guess the cat's out of the bag.
I love the idea that Van's also like... Van really does have so many wild connections. Even knowing the Liberal gang of Joshua, Stell, and Tita with Bren.
I already told them they didn't need to come. I didn't want them to feel guilty. They have their hands full with their work at the guild and the CCF, so I fully understood why they couldn't make the time. I know they were looking forward to it, and now it was out of their hands, but I tried to assure them that I was fine, but... No, I suppose I could tell that deep down I miss them. They really are such kind, lovely people. That's why I miss them so.
Yeah, that much is clear as day. I mean, they're the ones that found you when you were still wandering around on your own as Kitty. You've all got a special bond.
Indeed we do. They're my pride and joy. Thank you, Van. This really was a nice surprise. Maybe one day I can return the favor to them.
It's ironic that the former Kitty could only barely scratch the surface. You didn't think the surprise was already over, did you?
Huh? A new holo system? What is... Good morning, Ren. You have grown, partner.
Wait! It's... No, don't tell me. Is it Potter Mater?
Are you... Is it... really you?
No, don't say that. It's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
Ren. He's sustained critical damage to his logic unit. There's no backup system for Gordias class archaisms.
I'll be alright. We'll fix you. We'll...
Goodbye.
Potter Mater!
First recorded reactivation since 12,004. It is good to see you again, Ren.
Potter Mater!
Did we surprise you? Sorry we couldn't make it to the festival, Ren. I know it doesn't really make up for it, but we've had this gift in the works for a super long time.
Now that you're coming up on graduation, and since you're soon to be turning 18, we wanted to do something special to commemorate the occasion. It took a lot of people to make it happen, and now we owe favors to people the world over.
It was all worth it. Because we were able to bring back someone who meant the world to you. How's that for a surprise? We hope you like it.
Estelle, Joshua, and even Tita. No, I'm sure you weren't the only ones who did this.
That's right. Your family and friends were not my only clients. The Golden Butterfly and the Direwolf were also in on this. Oh, and an unnamed fortune teller and a fan thief pitched in too. Even what the... Luciola and Blue Blanc? Oh. The request was signed by the whole lot of them. Even Jorg, wherever he is, put his name down. It's the same Gordias class archaism that was destroyed during Crossbell's first bid for independence 5 years ago.
It really is Potter Mater.
They've been working on restoring it in secret, and they asked me to deliver it to you. Now I can support you once more. It is good to be home, Ren.
Oh. Welcome home. Welcome home, Potter Mater. Oh.
Looks like my work here is done.
Oh, Potter Mater.
I saw Joshua, Tita, everyone. I hope you realize just how unfair this is. You kept all this from me, and even roped Jorg and Luciola into it.
Your best friend's the one who got the ball rolling. She took an interest in holocores while researching the Zephyr standard. Then, when the idea popped into her head, she and your family set to work on it. They had to get in contact with Ouroboros and Jorg so that they could restore Potter Mater as a holocore. It turns out, news travels fast in this society. Once the word hit, it spread like wildfire. They all gathered the data from when Potter Mater was destroyed, along with any scrap of archive info from the 13 factories. Using that as a base, they were able to assemble a logic unit that was as close to the original as you could get. Then they recreated it. Having said that, it's still just a prototype. They'll be making some improvements in the future. They got past all kinds of organizational and international barriers to make this happen. It's a miracle in the truest sense of the word. This is all thanks to the connections you've made along the way. They all came together and made a reality.
You're right. And don't forget you played a part in all this too, Van. You speak as though you had next to no involvement, but that simply isn't true. For all, you're the one who lives in that space between the light and dark, allowing you to be connected to and trusted by those of both sides.
I mean, I guess. Anyway, hopefully this helps you realize just how many people you have in your corner.
Yes, I feel like this experience has really driven that point home for me. You've really outdone yourself this time, Van.
Nah, all I did was handle one little request. But I will say, just because you can do anything, doesn't mean you should try and do everything. If you need help, I'm just a phone call away. You can always shoot me a 4SPG whenever you'd like. I'll do whatever I can for you.
You really are impossible. Just won't play fair, will you? I feel like I'll never be able to repay you for all you've done for me. No. One day I'll find a way.
Oh,
Thank you for bringing Potter Mater back
Potter
to me.
Mater.
I do hope you realize I will not stand to let this debt go unpaid.
Potter
Prepare
Mater.
yourself, because one day I will show you just how grateful I really am.
Ren. Potter Mater. I have to see. This holocore is going on Ren, and it is never going off of Ren. Just know that this is going on Ren, and it is never ever going off.
Looking to adjust your ornaments?
Potter Mater. Rayleigh Hands is both offensive and defensive capability.
Potter Mater, ready to assist.
Potter Mater.
Yes.
Oh, you're actually making me tear up.
Potter Mater. I loved Potter Mater ever since we first saw him, and I was so sad when he got destroyed. Oh, I'm so happy to see him. And we actually get a voice for
Potter
you too.
Mater, ready to assist.
Oh, Potter Mater.
Potter Mater, ready to assist.
Oh, this feels right. This feels very right. Oh, that feels amazingly right. Oh, that felt great. That felt fantastic to see. All right, let's go to the Arbor District and complete this side
Then let's
quest.
head over.
Oh, now we have to use Ren in the party from now on. You know we do, because I have to hear Potter Mater as much as possible. I'm sorry she's doing that. Get out. I don't care how cool you are. You're not as cool as Potter Mater. Maybe you're like 1 point less than Potter Mater to me, but Potter Mater is one of my favorite bots. He was so cool.
Hey, we're back. And we managed to get all 4 participants.
Really? It would appear they've arrived just in time for introductions.
Yeah, it came like you told me.
I must say, this is quite the lineup.
Excellent. First off, I'd like to thank you all for joining us on such a sudden request.
Aren't you the owner of Montmart? And you're the one from that restaurant over in Langport. Oh, and you're that patissier Mr. Holland's been raving about. I think you even convinced the proprietor of Liberal Boutique to join as well. I have no doubt this will be a competition for the ages.
I know we're only filling in for the big leagues, but I'll make sure to give it my all.
Yes, I shall do my utmost to succeed.
This is gonna be one hell of a contest, that's for sure. I heartily agree. Well, since we're running out of time, why don't we just get started on the preparations? I'll be distributing the materials to each of you. Oh, but before I forget, Arcade Solutions, once again, I thank you for all your help. The event will begin shortly, so please see your way to the designated location. Roger that.
Oh, I just feel so happy with Potter Mater returned. And even the society, he was like, for Ren, they would do this. That was awesome. Currents finally raised. The fact that Van does not appear to be a judge is a criminal.
My apologies for keeping you all waiting. Welcome once more to the Battle of the Patissiers, the Eat the Sweets contest. This time, however, we plan to present to you a new version of our competition, the Armis Sweets contest. Oh, you made it.
Yeah, just barely.
I heard that Grandpa's gonna be making some sweets. I'm super excited to taste them.
Thanks for giving me a heads up about the contest starting, Anya's. I'm ready to report. And, sorry you had to remind me to do my job. Got a little distracted by all the booths. That's alright. I'm just glad you made it in time.
Now, without further ado, allow me to introduce the first round of our contest. Our beginning theme will be a sweet fit for students. Those judging our contest this time will be a few of our students, as well as some recent alumni.
As both the former student council president and representative of the graduates, I will do all that I can to act as a strict and impartial judge. Well, I'm just glad to be here. But don't worry, I take the quality of my sweets super seriously. I'll make sure to judge them well.
I look forward to seeing what everyone decides to make.
Honestly, I don't really know much about sweets, so not really sure why I was chosen for all this.
Why don't you just quit then? That way I can give everyone perfect scores. I'm sure that'll give my transcript a boost.
What are you mumbling about? Odette certainly seems excited.
Oh man, I want to be a judge too.
Yeah, wish they would have asked me.
No Ken, just smells making me hungry.
The two contestants with the highest scores in the first round will earn the right to participate in our finals. And with that, let's proceed to introducing the contestants and their desserts. First, coming all the way from the world to share with us its flavors, we have Lila.
Hello everyone, it's wonderful to meet you. The dish I prepared today is my flowery gelato. It uses the essence of one of Liberal's edible flowers to create a fragrant and sweet treat. Please enjoy.
Made from the burr, huh? Never expected someone like that to be participating.
This is delicious, and the floral scent is simply remarkable. Oh, you're right, and the texture's great too.
It's not to mention how light the aftertaste is. The aroma isn't overpowering either.
Yeah, I guess it's alright. The ingredients seem to balance each other out pretty well. Honestly, you could probably serve this at some high-class restaurant.
She sounds so confident. Has she been judged before? Although the flavor is indeed rather elegant, it's likely to prove displeasing to those who find the scent of flowers unappealing. Well, there you have it. Let's continue with our next contestant. His shop spent its fair share of time in the spotlight recently. Please welcome the owner of Gato de Dune. I'm really not used to this kind of attention, man. But anyway, let me introduce what I cooked up for all of you. This here's my orange peel canale. It's a recipe I'm pretty proud of. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into these things, so you brats better enjoy them.
Nom.
Oh my, the outside itself is so crispy, but the inside is so light and airy. And the bits of orange peel add so much flavor.
The elasticity of the dough is simply perfect. I feel like I could eat thousands of them.
This cannoli thing's got kind of a strange shape, honestly, but it gets alright. Should probably be a little sweeter, though.
The fact that it's not is one of its strong points. Alright, let's move on to our next contestant. I'm sure all you gourmets out there just know who this bistro legend is. He's Victor, owner of Montmart Bistro in Old Town. Nice, looks like it's Victor's turn.
Look, Grandpa.
Is that my Yume here? This one's for you, princess. Well, anyway, here's my caramel pudding. It may look simple, but I'll have you know I made this with only the most quality of ingredients. I hope it's to your liking.
caramel flavor is so gentle. It's amazing. And the pudding's so soft, too. If we had this at our cafeteria, I'd eat it every day.
I've never had caramel pudding this rich before. It's sweet, but somehow still fresh and unique.
I've been to Monmar Munch. This pudding's my favorite thing on their menu.
Can't argue with that. I try to get some every time I stop by. It's a pretty classic dessert.
Well, that was good. Victor's more than likely going next.
Now, let's continue. Our fourth and final contestant is all the rage in Langpor. She's the owner of Life Ufandian and the one and only Meishin.
It's a pleasure. I'm hoping to share a special treat with you all today. This is my Emerald Montau. Both the dough and the sauce are made from an original blend of black tea. However, the inside may still be a bit hot. Be careful when taking a bite. My stomach is growling.
Yep, you got this, Meishin.
I've never tasted anything like this. So this is a delicacy from the East. So warm and tasty. Flavor's really addictive too.
Tea and dough, huh? It's a pretty interesting combination. I'm sure you'd have years of experience to make something this good.
Tastes a little unusual, but it's far from bad. I'm sure this could be popular outside the East too.
That's what I was going to say. It's not only delicious, it's also unique. I think they'd sell really well if you opened a store here in the capital.
Yeah, that'll do.
It looks like the evaluations have all been tallied. I will now proceed to announce the results of the first round. The two contestants that will advance to the net finals are Victor and Meishin.
Great job, Grandpa.
Thank you very much.
Damn, knew it was a shot in the dark, but I still got my hopes up. Guess I really do have to work on my technique.
Well, I suppose allowing everyone to have a little taste of the burrow was enough for me. So, those are the results, huh? They really put their backs into making all that.
They sure did. Still, having to stand by while they ate it all was torture. Damn, should have asked them to make me one of the judges. Well, it certainly looks like you all are enjoying yourselves. Yeah, but I kinda wish I could get a few tastes of those treats. I figured that's what you'd say. And that's why I thought of another way to offer my thanks for your help.
No way. You can't mean...
The penultimate judge of sweetness.
Now, we've come to our final round. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Holland, the beloved owner of Andalusia and last year's contest winner. He'll be participating with our contestants. And last but not least, allow me to introduce our new judges.
That's an interesting lineup.
What's a wide-ranging selection?
Our first judge, he helps from the shadows but can be lured out with a sweet treat or two, Van Arkwright. Damn, I'm gonna end up owning Holland big time for this, aren't I?
You got this, Van.
I don't think I've ever seen him so happy.
Yippee!
I'm sure he'll want a picture of this.
Yep. Next on our roster, she's short, cute, and the very definition of a calming influence, Miss Toa.
Is that really what people think of me? I hope she manages to enjoy herself for once. She's always working so hard.
What the? This is a fascinating lineup. What the heck's going on here?
Our third judge is a very special guest from the world of horrible film. He's a celebrated director you all know and love, Director Gotti. And also in attendance is the woman who received the Best Actress Award at Tharbad's last film festival, Nina Fenley. You sure picked an interesting group to judge all this. This will be a hell of a contest, no doubt.
Yes, I agree. And personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone makes. Didn't expect to see those two here. How come they get to judge and I don't?
And finally, we've managed to procure a last-minute addition all the way from the Basel Institute of Science.
Oh, what the? This is the most wild one, I think.
He's a mastermind behind such adventures as the T-Phone and a fair number of other contributions to society as well, Professor Cronkite.
Using a contest to determine superiority in the culinary arts seems a bit strange in my opinion. Taste differs from individual to individual.
Gang's as critical as ever, I see.
Now, let's proceed to the main event.
This is the most wild lineup of judges. Toa and Van, I get. Gandhi is extremely wild. Nina, I can kind of get. And then Cronkite? Cronkite makes no sense.
The theme for this final round is classic confections. Let's see what our contestants have cooked up. First up is our former champion and the proprietor of Andalusia, Mr. Holland. It seems I have the honor of going first today. Since the theme is classic confections, I have prepared a tried and true creation of mine, possibly my most masterful to date. Behold, the pistachio spring soiree.
Must be planning on adding it to their menu. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Holland's always coming up with new desserts. Yip beep beep.
Wow, the pistachios really got a full-body taste. The acidity of the berries mixed with the sweetness of the chocolate. Yeah, this is a pretty solid combo. Honestly, it sort of reminds me of the time I spent here at Armis. Bittersweet memories of spring.
Well, I think Mr. Arkwright said everything that needs saying.
I suppose if I were to add anything myself, I'd say it's really rich, yet light on the tongue. I certainly wouldn't mind having seconds.
This cake is crazy delicious. Someone reminded me to call this guy for catering later.
Both the taste and the texture are great quality too. I can tell a lot of passion went into making this. All the flavors have achieved a sensible harmony. I believe it would pair rather nicely with coffee.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Next up, with Victor of Montmar.
Oh, that's...
I'll admit, it's a bit tough to following such a celebrated professional. Well, anyway, I prepared my homemade tartine for you all. Both my daughter and my granddaughter grew up eating this. It's a pretty popular dessert in our household.
Hey, we've had that before. Yeah, I remember it being really good. Yum yum yum.
I don't even know where to start. Isn't this cheating, Victor? You already have my taste buds in the chokehold.
Caramelized apples are simply delectable.
Pastry itself is crispy, but slightly moist as well. I can tell plenty of attention was paid to perfecting every detail.
This thing reminds you of a warm and welcoming family.
Yes, it most definitely does. However, it still manages to taste like a luxurious dessert. Delicious doesn't even begin to describe it. I suppose it's not terrible. You can tell the chef took great care in selecting his ingredients. I'm sure Esmeralda or Katra would find the taste compelling.
Oh, that was actually really cute, him saying that.
Finally, we have our final contestant, Life of Fondion's Mason.
I thought long and hard about what classic confection meant to me, and I came up with this. It's a special pudding made so that it doesn't stick to the plate, your chopsticks, or even your teeth. I call it Snowfall Sambujan. I developed it while I was working at the Kowloon Hotel. I've never seen this version before. I wonder how it tastes. I'm excited to see their reactions.
The egg seems creamier than usual. Really melts in your mouth, too. This is way different from the Sambuzan I've had.
Never seen this before, but it tastes great. I think the white egg yolk really earns a spotlight here.
You can tell that the chef really excels in Eastern technique. She must be a true master of her skill. It's a work of art.
It is really a one-of-a-kind taste. I'm so glad I was able to try such a delicacy.
The mixture of ingredients has created a rather unique taste. Perhaps the field of cooking does have a depth after all.
Well, those are all the sweets we prepared for today. Judges, if you would please write down the dish you feel was the best out of all three.
They all look so delicious. Yeah, and Van had such a way of describing them. I almost started drooling just from listening to him. All right, he seemed really passionate about them all.
I'm telling you now, if Van was never became a Spriggan, he would have become a confectionery.
He'd probably make a killing as a gourmet reporter.
That too.
I'm so excited. What do you think Van's gonna choose?
We're all pretty freaking good. It'll be hard to pick just one. But since it's a contest and all, I have to make a choice. Lucia's pistachio spring soiree, Victor's homemade tarte de tatin, and Meijin snowfall zambazan. Which one should I vote for?
Oh god. Apparently it doesn't matter which one I pick. If we're going with the one that I think I would like the best, and it's not just because I think we have the most connection with these characters, I'd probably pick the tarte tatin. I feel like I'm normally just a simple guy when it comes to flavors. I don't usually like stray too far away from basic flavors. So I'd probably go with this.
Alright, made my choice.
Yeah, I don't really stray away from basic.
Welcome back, Van.
What are you doing over here? Aren't you still one of the judges?
Yeah, but I already turned in my vote. Should be fun to watch the announcement from here. Thank you for your patience, everyone. It's now time for the final results to be revealed. After a fierce battle, the crown goes to Montmart's homemade tarte tatin. Oh, hey, that's the one I vote for.
I guess you really do have great taste.
Your confection made me feel like I was in some heartwarming family drama.
Yes, your tart was very delicious. You tell just how much love went into making it.
Well, I'm quite pleased to hear that. By all means, feel free to stop by our bistro whenever you like. Congratulations. I suppose I'll just have to work even harder to match up to you.
I'm actually feeling a little inspired by all this. I'll be sure to improve my technique once I return to Langport.
And as for our grand prize, the winner will receive 1 year's supply of the highest quality fruit and eggs sourced all the way from Orid.
Yippee! That was fun.
That was a really great contest.
Yes, you two did wonderful work.
Well, we certainly couldn't have done it without your help. I have to say, I'm quite impressed that you managed to bring together so many talented chefs on such short notice. I'd like to thank you again for all the hard work you've done. I'll make sure to deposit the payment as promised. Sounds good to me. Well, I think I've had my fill of the school festival for now.
Don't you think it's a little early to head back? There's still a lot of places we haven't seen. We should try and take a look around.
Alright, after you.
That takes care of that.
Yippee!
Reward deposited.
That was a fun side quest. I loved that. Now, as a result, there are new food items, however. We need to make sure we go get those. So, first off, we want to go to Andalusia.
Attention.
Oh, what a coincidence.
3 new food items should be available. There. Oh, hey, this one's actually on the
What can I
way.
get for you?
The Snowfall Sambuzan.
Thanks a bunch.
The
What would you like?
Pistachio Spring Soiree.
Come again.
And I think you already know where we're going with this one.
Off we go.
And
is so relaxing.
Pick something already.
the homemade tarte tatin.
Be seeing ya.
Be seeing ya. Yep, all
Love me a
three.
sugar, love me a sugar, love me a sugar rush.
And with that, that's every food dish. Golden dish. 50 evasion, 50 art evasion. Art evasion. Oh, heck yeah. I forgot about this item. Hang on. Van, could we? Hang on. I'm remembering things. Well, now we're going to be very, very resilient to things. Next up, we have the Old Town one. Go to the Laguna Bathhouse, the Fish of Legend. Time to start fishing again. Before we do that, though, let's do another Connect event. That way we get these out of the way. The other one, we're going to do the other one that the guide says we absolutely want to do to get something, which is the Fairies, a warrior's rite of passage. Fairy got a task from the warriors of Kruga. Apparently it's urgent enough to make her lead the Academy Festival. Whatever it is, it's got her looking all serious. Might be a good idea to check in on her. Let's do it. Fairy! What's wrong?
Long story short, I'm concerned for you. You sure you can handle whatever job it is the Kruger send you out on?
Sorry to worry you so much, Van. I was actually waffling on whether or not to tell you, but I guess it kind of makes the choice for me. Here, this is my assignment.
Alright, what are we looking at?
Don't think I recognize him.
His name is Davin, a bad actor known for being a criminal consultant. He helps crooks draft out schemes in exchange for Mira, leaving no trails in the process.
Sounds pretty similar to the Oathbreaker's shady practices.
Yeah, I think this guy is way lower on the food chain than him, though. A few weeks ago, he fed information to the Kruga and made a request of them. The task was to subdue a twisted group of brokers from the west half of Samaria who kidnapped and trafficked war orphans. No self-respecting warrior could ignore info like that, assuming it was true anyway.
I get your meaning. It was all just a ruse, huh?
When Abi arrived with his men and scoped out the area, the targets were complete opposite of what they expected. It was actually a group of NGO personnel providing support and shelter to war orphans. Around the same time, they learned that Davin's real goal was to make business of training and selling off child soldiers.
So he wanted to manipulate your tribe into getting rid of an organization that was posing as a threat to his enterprise. Guts and move. Takes a real pair of brass ones to try and screw with the Kruga, of course.
My people strictly prohibit the killing of unarmed civilians, even in combat zones. Abusing our pride as warriors and pitting us against our vows is a deed worthy of 1,000 deaths. You left the responsibility of sorting out the issue on my shoulders.
Sorting out, huh? That's one way to spin it. Let me guess. Has that something to do with you coming of age on your last birthday?
Oh, you knew about that. Yeah, we Kruga are treated as adults from 14 onward.
Look, I looked into some of your people's traditions while training under your brother. So, I also know that all adult warriors have to go through a rite of passage.
You do. That's probably what this mission is supposed to be. I guess it's finally time for me to grab the knife you held in my place way back when.
Verida.
Really don't need to worry. Abby gave me all the intel I need on the target. We wouldn't want to keep you from enjoying the festival.
A little too late for that. Yeah, this doesn't have any of the same overtones as what happened with Ida. But I was the one who took the liberty of stepping in and back then, so you can't say it's got nothing to do with me. Plus, as your boss at Arcade Solutions and current guardian, I've got responsibility to your dad and Ida to look out for you. So, I'm taking it upon myself to see you through this, whether you like it or not. Wouldn't sit right with me otherwise.
Man. Okay then, things will go smoother with your help anyway. Let's go, Van. I've got a duty as a warrior to fulfill.
Let's do it, Fairy. Man's determined location. Chase him down. Shit, why won't my flunkies pick up? Did the other bases already get wiped out? It took almost no time at all for the lid to get blown off our entire operation. Maybe the crew have finally shifted into high gear. No, this can't be anything bigger than a recon squad. Fine by me. I can pick them off and then make a break for it before their main unit gets here.
I wouldn't be so sure on that.
Dead end. Still, it should be far enough to give me some breathing room. Wrong. It's the end of the line.
I'm the criminal consultant. I knew you'd come here to lay low.
Who the hell are you? Wait, those clothes. You're telling me my Spartans let our base get obliterated by a little girl? Not just any girl.
That's right. I'm a Kruga warrior, and you're out of escape routes. Better make your peace.
Hold your horses, Lily. I wasn't thinking straight. It was never my intention to soil your people's honor, I swear. So please. Die already and leave me be.
I wouldn't think so.
Maybe with time to spare. Nice one, Farida. You read on this being a sniper nest. Your read on this being a sniper nest was spot on.
Thanks, Dan. I owe you one.
Mother of idiots! Stop! Listen, little lady, I have a sick mother back home, so have a heart and let me go, will ya? Just don't kill me, I'm begging you.
Flames of judgment will cleanse the souls of the wicked. That's the law passed down through our tribe.
I'm still alive.
Ending your life here would be letting you off easy. Your criminal consultations have probably built up a seedy network spraying in every direction. I can't say I've truly fulfilled my duty as a warrior until it's all been burned to cinders. That makes you more valuable as fuel for the fire. If we throw you in the right place, your flames will smoke out the others crawling around in the dark.
No, you were thinking of handing me over to the CID, are you? Let's not be hasty. At least give me the guild. Or please, if I expose my connections, I'll be a dead man walking.
By ratting out your friends and colleagues, you'll earn their spite and lose your place in the underworld forever. That's a fate you brought on yourself, you and the countless evils you've committed. There's no getting away. Your only hope is to pray to the flames and Arusha for forgiveness.
Alright, phew, and that's a wrap. Nice and easy.
Kincaid. Kyla.
Nice.
Not once did I think anyone would make such a clean sweep of bringing this criminal consultant to justice. You may be young for a Kruga, but... Actually, why don't I say you did an amazing job and leave it at that?
Just following orders is all. Can we count on you to handle the rest?
You certainly can. We'll milk his connections for every last drop of intel they're worth.
It's all over. I never should have gotten mixed up with the Kruga.
Even if it didn't catch you, someone else would have sooner or later. Own up to your sins and atone like you mean it, and the warriors of Kruga might turn a blind eye to you. I know that stuff about your Umi being sick was probably a lie. But take good care of her, okay? Once you make amends and return home, I mean.
Huh? You saw through the story about my mother. Why bother showing me any mercy at all? Doesn't make any damn sense.
Always full of surprises, ain't you? You pulled that off with flying colors. That'll teach me to doubt your abilities. I'm glad you found a path that worked for you. One where being a warrior isn't just about raining judgment down.
It wouldn't have happened without your help with gathering intel. Ever since I was little, I was taught that being a warrior meant purging evil where it stood, and I never questioned that. But then, last year, after everything that happened with Ida and me coming to Arkwright Solutions, I overcame a lot of difficult challenges. I had to face up to the possibility of another me who never had that, and I wonder if I was betraying my duty. But the more I thought it over, the more I realized that there's more than just one answer. And I wanted to prove it somehow. This rite passage gave me a chance to show that I was able to find my own answer. I don't know what Abi and Kasim will think about once they hear the details, though.
Hey, when it comes down to it, you still stuck to your tribe's code, right? Doubt anyone can give you a hard time over that. One thing's for sure, though. You've come a long way since you first started working for me. Good job, Farida. I mean it.
Man, all the time I spent with you and the rest of the team really paid off. I can't thank you enough for that. By the way, I hate to put you out even further, but can I make one more selfish request?
Depends. What's on your mind?
What's up? Why do I got a bad feeling about this?
Whenever a warrior completes their rite of passage, they go through what we call the adornment ceremony. Traditionally, a trusted family member or friend is supposed to help put it on. I was originally going to ask Ida, but... you know...
I've heard about this. It's a sacred once-in-a-lifetime ritual. But I'm not even a Jaeger, let alone a warrior. You sure it's okay for me to take part?
Sure, I'm sure, Van. I'd really like it if you could see me off on my journey into adulthood.
Well, can't say no to that. It's a big responsibility, but I'll try to do it justice. Farida al-Fayed, thou child of flames. May thee walk with pride upon thy path till thy embers burn their last.
On the honor of my people, Arush has chosen, so I make this vow. Yippee! It's a little tickly. How do I look?
Like you were born to wear it. Gotta admit though, I'm a little scared your dad's gonna want to war with me when he finds out I helped you come of age.
Huh? Why would Abby care?
No reason. Not stop it for when you're further down the road.
If you say so. I already know I have a lot of ground to cover. So in the meantime, I'm gonna learn what I can by sticking with you. I promise to give it all I've got, for everyone who's helped me grow as a person.
Of course. I'm glad to have you, Farida.
No. That was cute. Fairy's hair
Still a lot to
ornament.
figure out, but right now, I'm proud of where I am. And until I've decided what path to follow, I'm gonna stay right by your side, Van. I want to learn as much as I can from you.
Aw. Cute.
So I actually want to see what that... If it's not too intrusive, I might just keep that on. Why are you... Judas, why are you almost dead? What? If it looks like it fits perfectly, then I might just keep that on. Yeah, we'll keep it on. It looks like it fits.
Be such a stick in the mud.
Alright, that's another connect event down. I gotta stretch. Alright, time to fish. Fish.
Oh man, that was so good! Right? Having some gelato after a bath is absolutely to die for.
You guys haven't forgotten why we're here, right?
Of course not. Nothing wrong with taking a little breather, though. Yeah, you could probably use some R&R yourself, Kyle. You're too uptight. All that tension in your body's gonna scare off all the fish. You won't even be able to catch a minnow.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, well, there's a van. Did you see the request we put up on the bulletin board?
Yeah, so I saw it. Said you want to consult with us about a legendary summon or other, right? Yeah, I think I found a legendary fish over in the lake at Dirk Memorial Park. No matter how many times I try to catch it, the thing just keeps slipping away. Wait, you're trying to fish up the lore of the lake. This should be interesting.
I'm still a beginner at fishing myself. It's much more complicated than I thought it would be.
I mean, I've got a few catches under my belt, but I'm nowhere near as good as you guys. Knowing that, you still wants to take the job?
Yeah, as long as you're willing, of course. So what do you say?
Let's do it. I'm in. Alright, let's take the job. Tell me more.
Nice. First, let me tell you about the target. To put it simply, it's not your average carp, that's for sure. It's apparently believed to be over 200 years old.
Damn.
Over 200?
That would mean it's been around since before Calvert was even a republic.
It's like a living piece of history. However, there haven't been many sightings of it in the past few years. I mean, some people were even saying it had died. Then, 3 weeks ago, Kyle finally managed to spot it.
I was just fishing out by on the lake at night. But then I saw it. The Magna at Garvel's. It's an old catfish that hides itself deep in the lake's caverns. Catfish has seen many a challenger, but none who succeeded.
Catfish, so called because of the cat-like whiskers that grow on their face. I've heard they're carnivorous too. They'll eat anything and everything.
Oh, I had us catch one from you once. It was so yummy.
How kind of him. You two seem to have an awful lot of experience with that with the wilderness.
I'm surprised you were able to see anything at night. It gets rather dark in that area. Actually, something weird happened right before the fish appeared. There was an earthquake. It can't have been a coincidence. I've read ancient manuscripts that mention stuff like this happening before.
When the ire of a catfish wakes, the earth beneath your feet shall quake. We have a saying like that in the East as well. But to actually witness such an event, how interesting.
I think I heard something about an abyss swarm around the park too, though. Maybe that's what brought the fish out. Well, regardless, you said you've been having a hard time catching it, right? Yeah, it's really frustrating.
It is legendary after all. It wouldn't be so impressive if you could catch it with a single worm. He also gave baiting it a try. Lost a lot of good rods that way. Didn't we hear something about some super sturdy fishing rod recently?
Yes, it was called the Rod of the Heavens. It said it had been used by General Atkinson over 100 years ago.
Damn.
General Atkinson? Olger Atkinson. He was Sheena Dirk's right-hand man in the Calverdian Revolution. He was half Eastern as well. This rod of his, it has a lot of inscriptions on it, right? Yeah, that's what they say. I actually found a passage on it in one of Sheena Dirk's personal memoirs. Apparently, General Atkinson managed to hook the catfish with that rod once. It got away from him in the end, though.
So even the general couldn't catch you. Sounds like this thing will be quite the opponent. Anyway, he wants to find that fishing rod for you.
Ding ding, you guessed it.
Just so you know, from what the Ahabs told us, your best bet is going to be in the Blacklight District. He wants us to give up on looking for it because of how dangerous it gets down there.
That's why you sent out for SVG, right?
An antique fishing rod that found its way to the Blacklight District. Well, pretty sure we know at least one person that could find it.
You're talking about Imai, right? Sound like you guys know just the person to ask. I mean, we can leave this to Arkwright Solutions for now?
Of course, we'll get you that rod in no time.
Time to start working.
Let's go to Blacklight.
Let's roll, gang.
Let's roll.
Don't think I've seen you.
I'll check out the arena.
Hey there.
Let me
Rod of
ask you
Heavens?
something.
You talking about General Atkinson's fishing rod? Well, you're right. It came through here a little while back.
I'm surprised it actually exists.
Would you happen to know where it went?
Come on now, you really think I'd tell you just where because you asked? After all, it sure would be nice to have you owe me a favor. Then again, maybe this is fate.
Fate? How so?
That rod you're looking for is a strange one. They say it chooses its wielder. I did my best to try and stake a claim to it, but guess it just wasn't meant to be.
That's pretty strange.
Think so? Stuff like that's in all sorts of fairy tales.
Well, whether it's true or not, the rod didn't choose me. Last I heard, it was over at Kansas sober stall.
Yeah, it makes sense. Kansas always had a thing for fishing.
The one over in the Sadon district, correct?
That's right. He's a pretty respectable guy when it comes down to it. Comes by sometimes to look for Eastern cooking tools.
Thanks for the info. I'll pay you back when we get a chance.
That actually moves us all over to Artemis for the festival. He should be by the front gates, I believe. That's right. He's been rather popular with the students lately. Let's get moving then.
Shall we? Arbor District.
Then let's head over.
We're gonna be catching the final fish that we can catch in the game by doing this side quest. The Magna Garvels.
Gonna eat something?
Yo, fishing
Got a
rod?
question for you.
The Rod of the Heavens, huh? Never thought you'd be the ones come looking for it. Yeah, well, someone pointed us in your direction. You have it? I had it.
Had it.
Well, you already gave it away. I loaned it out to an old fishing friend of mine. What'd you need it for? Client of ours is hoping to use it to catch some legendary fish. Legendary fish? You mean the Magna Garvels? Oh, you know it. Guess that makes our job easier. See, they managed to spot the thing a couple weeks ago. You know, I'm not much of a fisherman myself anymore. Maybe this is fate. The rod is yours.
Are you sure?
They say that the Rod of the Heavens has gone from hand to hand ever since the time of the ancients. That being said, neither me or my fishing friend had much time to make use of it. That's why I'd like to give it to you. At least then it'll have a chance to do what it was made for.
You're really just going to hand it over? Fishermen are a strange breed, indeed.
Well, wouldn't be the first time we've met some real weirdos.
Freaking Estelle, Lloyd, and Reen.
Anyway, who's this old fishing friend that you lent the rod to? It would be Bishop Orwell.
The bishop?
A bishop that likes to fish. I suppose that's not too odd.
Wouldn't have expected you guys to be so close. I guess fishing just has a way of bringing people together. Indeed it does. At any rate, I'm sure he'll be willing to part with the rod if you talk to him. I'll be leaving my dream to you then. Go, use your newfound strength to secure our fish of legend. You got it.
Gonna
It's an Edith
Something?
Cathedral.
spring already.
Can I have a fishing rod?
I should offer
Let us pray.
Can I have your fishing rod?
Got a question for you.
Ah, so that rod is a tool you need to catch a legendary fish, is it? All right, please wait here for a moment.
Sure.
Well, here it is.
Rod of the Heavens.
Nice, thanks a lot. You know, something about this rod does seem a little intense.
Is it made out of star steel? It's possible. We actually call it onyx steel in the Calvert, though. It's an alloy made from a combination of black Sumerian ore. I believe it's used to make some of the world's most powerful weapons.
Come to think of it, we just got some from Jin, didn't we?
I'm not certain of the exact material it's made from. However, I do know that this rod was once favored by the great General Atkinson. If that's all you have need of me for, may Adios bless you in your future endeavors. I pray that you manage to resolve the General's last lingering regret.
Hey, that separates all order, don't you think? Oh, well, leave it to us.
Let's report back to our clients.
Shall we?
Back in Old Town.
Off we go.
I feel like I want to save the game here.
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
You're back.
Fishing rod.
Nice. I knew you could do it.
Yep, here it is. Rod Evans, just like you asked. So, that's case closed, right? Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
You see, we're all talking it over, and we kind of have a feeling we're not the ones the Rod will choose. Yeah, I mean, you were the ones who went through all the trouble finding it for us. If the Rod chooses anyone, it'll probably be you.
Hold up, I'm pretty sure this wasn't part of our original deal.
Really okay with us catching a legendary fish?
Yeah, fate's placed in your hands after all.
He can always cheer you on from the sidelines. When you're ready to head out to catch the big one, come find us. We'll tag along.
Why do I have to do all the hard work?
Well, obviously it's because you're the most qualified.
Yeah, you're a leader. If you don't do it, who will?
Careful, talk him up anymore and his head will turn into a balloon. Maybe I am the right man for the job. My head is a balloon.
This is gonna be great. Ready, Van?
It's the dark.
Oh, we can finally go back here.
Here we are. You're sure this is where you last saw the fish?
Yep, this is definitely the place.
Oh.
Whoa! An earthquake? This is the only area that was shaking.
It's no mistake. The fish has to be close. So it's just like you said. Let's try and track it with shard search. Mana Gervals, you're about to be seafood.
There sure are a lot of fish here.
Let's do this thing.
There it is.
There.
Catch it.
That's it.
Here we go.
Got it. This is a big one.
Fish fear me. The achievement's called Fish Fear. That's a lot of Sepith. Holy crap. Jeez, oh Pete. Is this it?
He did it. Woohoo! Just knew you had it in you. You're amazing, Van.
Damn, that sure was a big ass fish. Hey, is it really okay that I fished that thing up?
Too late for regrets now.
I hate to admit, but there's no way we could have caught it without your help, Van.
That's right. By the way, I managed to get a pretty cool picture of it too. I'm sure this will be a big numbers on the socials.
A remarkable catch. What a remarkable catch.
Grandpa!
Hey, you came.
Aren't you Makino and Kyle's grandfather? And you came all the way out here by yourself? You're not just some average Joe, are you?
Well, a fisherman must always be aware of his surroundings, after all. For you to fish up something even General Atkinson couldn't catch. Congratulations on a job well done. You know, given your skill, you might just be able to join the 8th Fishing Wizards someday.
Hey, fishing wizards.
Oh yeah, the 8 fishing wizards. I may not be some expert fisherman, but even I've heard of them. They're men of refinement who have managed to reach the very peak of their fishing careers. The rods they wield are said to split the oceans.
Split the oceans?
They sound fake as hell.
Well, they're definitely not. I know one of them. Not sure about the rest, but I'm pretty confident that guy could pull it off.
Where do you even find these people?
The world's a big place, I guess.
Yeah, there's all sorts of people out there.
Anyway, this is pretty fun, guys. I think I might just take up the fishing as a hobby again.
As long as you keep using that rod, you'll be aces. I think we should start hitting on back, though. I gotta upload all these pictures.
All in a day's work.
Fish a legend.
Reward
Complete.
deposited.
Yippee! And that's it. All fish caught. Okeanos. Shard skill activation rate increased by 20%. That's fascinating. And all A-rank fish caught. So that's another side quest down. Next up, we have what might be the last side quest. The Condemned Sector Cleanup. Yeah, this is it. It's apparently 2 consecutive fights. Again, we're just gonna keep it on very easy difficulty.
Off we go.
I'll set it back to normal once we get back to the main story, aka final dungeon. But for now, I figure it's fine to do. Oh, hey, it's this guy. Kill it. Gandaluva Origin.
Chance.
Give him your all, now.
Ow.
It's time.
Activating skill.
More.
You're next, Anya. Activate there. You're open. We're set.
Sucker. They're stuck. Chance.
Activate.
Kill
There
it.
you go.
That was easy. Why is there a cutscene? Oh, no. Okay, hey. What are you doing here? Now I'm really glad I said the very easy. This thing. The Bestia. I remember you from Revere, or whatever. It's freaking Reverie.
Let's stay on the offensive.
Why are you here? This is one of those special occasions. No, I'm really glad I set it to very easy mode. What the hell is this thing doing here? You know what? I don't want to know. Die. I'm still salty about your existence. I remember the agony you caused. The rage has never left. It has only simmered. And now it can finally be let loose. Darkness. All arch drivers other than EX obtained.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Oh, Gray rank 5. Mayor Gray. Complete all side quests also achieved. Gray alignment, Hyperion obtained. CP plus 10 when recovering allies. Like healing them. And all drivers obtain Esmo Gem. Good. Okie dokie then. From here, you want to go back to the Armis Academy main building.
What's all the commotion?
Sounds like he's coming from front gate. Did something happen?
Should go check it out. Something tells me this will be a real pain.
Oh dear, what's going on? Oh, Gramhart! What the—
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry to surprise you like this.
Random president appearance.
I was just making a quick stop to partake in the festivities. I was curious to see what my alma mater had in store this year. The students have chosen a different approach this time around. Well, don't mind me. I hope you all are enjoying yourselves.
Huh. So he's just here now. Nice.
Holy crap, it's really him.
President Grammer sure knows how to work up a crowd.
I didn't realize he was an Armis alumnus. Who knew my new school was so prestigious?
Huh? I never told you he was going to stop by. Wait, now I think about it, Ren was hinting at something earlier. Is this it?
Looks like Renee pulled one over on me again. Well, what do you want to do? Want to go talk to him?
I don't care either way. Perhaps I would have been more inclined if he bothered to tell me he was coming.
Your call. Didn't realize she was in her rebellious phase. Well, I guess we don't have much more time to kill. We'll be needing to meet up with everyone else pretty soon.
Some characters move elsewhere in the conversation. Meet up with everyone will from the travel menu will end free time and cause the main story to advance. We also want to first go to the student council room on the top floor, because apparently it gives us another connect point. So let's do that real quick.
There's some voices coming from inside there. I think it's Ren and Miss Matilda and Miss Toa from the sounds of it.
Your dad too.
We don't have much to go in there if you don't want to.
No, we may as well since we're already here.
Let's see him. Hello? This is a wild...
You've changed quite a bit, but you know what they say. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
I'm beginning to believe I'll always be the naive student I used to be in your eyes, Miss Matilda.
Oh, hi, Anyas. Hello, Mr. Arkwright. Oh, you're finally here. Let me put on some more tea for you. Oh no, that's okay. You don't have to do that.
Well, I shouldn't be leaving the nurse's office empty for too long, so I better get going. Please take your time and enjoy yourselves. I wish you all the best, Mr. President.
Thank you. Please take care of yourself.
Hello, President.
I didn't realize you knew Miss Matilda. She's been on faculty ever since my days at this academy. She helped me a great deal during that time of my life. I assume the same could be said for you and Mr. Kincaid, yes?
Indeed. She has been something of an advisor to the student council for a very long time. Oh, and she was also a bit of a caretaker for a certain problem child whose antics caused the poor woman no end of undue distress.
Is that so? I can easily picture that.
Yeah, I'll admit, I was a bit of a troublemaker. Hey, wait, you were the one to talk. You caused her a lot of headache yourself, and I've been rented too.
Anyway, what brings you here today, Mr. President? The last time we spoke,
Don't worry, Agnes. I've known all about you and your dad since I came to before I came to the Republic. I also remember what happened back then.
You two too.
I did. Guess the same goes for you, Mr. Perez. Correct. I remember everything that happened quite clearly. By the way, I also heard all about your exploits with the Garden Master from Kincaid. Part of the reason I came here today was to thank you in person. Even if that coup d'etat ultimately didn't come to fruition, the fact remains that you saved the capital and dispelled the shadows of our past that would have no doubt consumed our present.
Oh.
Wish I could take all the credit, but I can't. Had a bit of help with that. I trust the items that were passed down to my daughter from my mother-in-law proved useful in that situation. If so, then as your father and as family, I'd like to express just how grateful I am.
Dad.
Well, if you really are so grateful, then how about you show it by giving me some... Of course, considering it never happened and cannot be disclosed to the public, I'm afraid I am unable to provide you with any remuneration. Damn, mere pinch cheapskate.
Why must you always be so difficult, Dad?
He jests. We prepared a small reward. This is where having a secret reserve fund comes in handy. It isn't much, so I suggest you keep him on a short leash. Otherwise, he will spend all of it in one place.
Understood. Will do.
Oh, won't do!
Do not trust my daughter, Mr. Arkwright. Is her work performance not satisfactory? Oh, and if memory serves, when you visited our home at the end of last year, you always stayed for a slice of cake and left in quite a huff. We should arrange a time where we can sit and talk frankly, man to man. Perhaps we could book a sauna session.
Yo, you're into saunas? Wait, no, I don't. Hey, what are you doing with your Zifa, Renee?
Why, I'm simply putting in a reservation at a private sauna that opened recently.
I don't remember saying I agreed to this!
Try not to let them get to you, Van. Well, at least we were able to shift the conversation away from the subject of the Genesees. Agreed. Well, in any case, I feel a little more at ease now. I guess he really is a father at heart. Although I can't help but be a little worried about where things will go from here. Me too. That plan of his, whatever it entails, has been progressing for the past 2 years now.
I still remember something that was said in Daybreak 1. It had to do with space travel. Is that what Gramhart's grand plan is? For space travel to happen? Here's the thing. That's potentially going to open a can of worms that should not be opened. Not because of space travel being a bad thing, no. But because... will they even be allowed to escape into space? Remember, the continent of Zemuria is the only continent that this universe knows of. If anyone tries to sail away from the continent, then there's always going to be something that happens that destroys the ship, no matter how they prepare for it. It's impossible to leave the continent of Zemuria. But what happens if you go to space? The only kind of idea that we have of what will happen is what happened to Reen in Reverie and Cold Steel 4. Specifically what happened to Ishmelga Reen, the one that was in the original ending, the first ending of Cold Steel 4. Yeah. Where it's somehow something in it something about space, them going into space to try and take away Ishmelga, ended up fusing Reen and Ishmelga in a way. So, if they're trying to do space travel, what's going to happen?
We still know very little about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he makes an announcement before long.
Yeah. An additional connection point has been added. I don't have a good feeling about this. I feel like something terrible is brewing. Alright, all that's left now for us to do are the connection events and the activity points things. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think we're just gonna do each activity thing once. Well, I'll probably just rush through them. I'll do them all once at normal speed, but then once I'm done with that, I'll just rush through the rest. First, though, we should probably do the remaining connection events. We have 6 points we can use, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that we can do choose from. So 4 will have to not be done. We're obviously doing Anya, so let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. Head to Trion Tower.
Van, Agnes, a pleasure to see you again.
Good day, Professor Hamilton.
Yeah, it's been, what, 2.5 weeks now?
I apologize for calling you over here, what with that school festival keeping you occupied. But I felt it was important that I return this to you, Agnes. So without further ado, here you are.
Thank you, Professor. It's the 8th Genesis.
Pretty much done all the probing you can so far on why the Genesis stopped working, right? Any developments we should know about?
No, sadly. Not even after using my connections at the Institute to run it through every instrument at our disposal.
It's strange. After having them all come together, they just stopped working. I don't think that's a good thing. I think that power went somewhere else. The question is where and why.
I failed to glean any new facts, let alone the root cause behind the inexplicable phenomenon we've observed so far. Nevertheless, I'm of a mind to continue the investigation.
Sorry to put you through so much trouble, but we'd really appreciate if you could help. There's still so many things that we have yet to understand. But we need to do so in order to prepare for what lies ahead.
Yeah.
I can see much of your forebearers in you. Clearly, Professor Epstein's spirit lives on, as does Lilia's.
Lilia, that's Agnes' grandma, right?
Yes, though I never got the chance to meet her myself. According to my great-grandfather's diaries, she used to go to and from the laboratory all the time.
Indeed, I believe Lilia was around 10 years old back then. She was strong of heart, smart as a whip, and compassionate to boot. Oftentimes, she would make tea for her father and us disciples. On occasion, her spontaneous comments would even lead to breakthroughs in our research. The girl certainly did wonders for our motivation.
Sounds a lot like how Humes is for us.
You may be right there. Thank you for sharing this, Professor. It's a joy to hear. My grandmother had already passed when I was born, you see, so I never knew her all that well. But my mother told me she was a kind and dauntless woman who raised her single-handedly.
I see. That description fits Lilia to a T. All in all, however, neither I nor the other disciples can tell you very much about her. That's due in particular to the way she vanished right after the professor's death, leaving only a note behind.
Real.
I've heard a bit about this. Half my grandmother's life is completely unaccounted for.
At the time, the guild was still in its infancy. When they failed to find her, the search was called off. So imagine my shock when I first met you, her granddaughter in Basel. In any case, you already know Catra is like family to me, so don't ever feel as though you have to be a stranger, dear. That goes for you as well, Van. Even if it has nothing to do with the Genesis, you're welcome to reach out in times of need.
Appreciate it. Might even happen sooner than we think.
Please, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, too, Professor. Also, we'd love to have this at this year's school festival if you'd be willing. It's shaping up to be a spectacular event, thanks in part to Catra's contribution.
Ah, yes, Asmarae was telling me all about it. I'll try my best to make time to visit.
Well, we picked up the Genesis. Ready to head back to the academy?
About that. It's not as if we're in any hurry. Do you suppose we could stick around for just a while longer? Tell you the truth, I'd actually been wanting to come here with you at some point.
Oh yeah. Now you bring it up. I guess this is the first time we've been up here together. It's pretty packed back at the festival anyway, so I could use some time away from the crowds. No harm in hanging back and taking a look around.
Great. Thanks, Van. No. Let's see. If I turn it over in this direction... Huh. Old Town spotted. I'm pointing right at the office in Montmartre.
Seriously? You got sites for Selge around, and that's the first place you pick?
Well, it's important to me. I always look there whenever I do this. Even on my days off from work, I worry about whether you're eating a balanced diet or not.
What are you, my nosy sister-in-law? Good luck keeping a food diary of me when you're from way up here.
Let's look over there next.
Oh, this is cute.
The Central Marsh is as lively as ever today. No matter how much they modernize the rest of the city, a slice of it never seems to change.
You a long-time customer or something? Thought your house was over in the 10th district.
Well, really, my mother would only take me shopping there every so often when I was little. There were other occasions, such as birthdays, holidays, or the rare times when my father made space in his busy schedule to come home early.
The two of us would poke our heads into one stall after another, deliberating over what to eat. We used to have so much fun back then.
Warms your heart to think about.
No. There's Dirk Memorial Park. My father used to drive me there as a child so we could take Alphonse for a walk.
Oh, your pet dog. I met him at the end of last year when I dropped you off that one time, right? Second I petted the guy, he started clinging and roughhousing like no tomorrow. Almost thought I'd never shake myself free.
He's usually so quiet around anyone outside our family, too. I guess he took a special liking to you. You're free to stop by and keep him company if you like.
What, just stroll right into the president's house? I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
It's not exactly something you can just easily do.
And there's Armis Academy, over in the Opera District.
If the festival's this busy on the first day, you're gonna be swamped all the way to the last.
Oh, I'll make it through somehow.
What's up?
Don't laugh, but I was just thinking, wow, I'm actually a student here. Even now it still hits me. I suppose it's because this is where my mother and father first met.
Really? I think this is the first time we're hearing of that.
Huh, that's news to me.
The story goes that my grandmother was working in a student store at the time. Being a single parent, she got permission to bring her daughter, Sophie, my mother, to work with her. My father had only just enrolled at the academy when they first got acquainted. From there, he wound up becoming a family friend of sorts.
Almost sounds like it was fated to be. Well, I'm guessing there was a bit of an age gap there, huh?
Yes, 8 years to be exact. It wasn't long after they met that they became almost like siblings. But as they grew up alongside one another, their shared feelings slowly blossomed into love. Then one day, they came here to the observation deck where my father finally proposed to her.
That's so. Almost poetic considering that your great-granddad was the one who designed this tower to begin with. I guess that must make it pretty special to you.
Yes, in a way it symbolized the bond between the two sides of my family, Claudel's and the Gramharts. Shortly after I came along, my father's political career took off. He became busy while I began feeling lonely. So my parents made an effort to clear out their schedules and bring me to Treon Tower.
Aww.
My mother talked about all sorts of things while we were here. She told me about life with my grandmother, about the way she met my father, about how the three of them would often visit the tower, about the irreplaceable moments she and my father created together, about the guilt he felt over missing my birth due to his military duties, about how overjoyed he was when he first held me in his arms, about how elated she was when he finally proposed, and all the while my father would have a faint, uncharacteristic blush on his face. Admittedly, a lot of the things she said were too difficult for me to understand at that age. I always loved seeing her smile spread from cheek to cheek over every new tale she recounted about my father and grandmother. It's not quite the same as my great-grandfather's diaries, but hearing those stories about my family meant so much to me.
Aw.
It gave me hope that someday I'd meet my own special someone and get a chance to share this place with them too.
Odd news.
Overdramatic, I know. No one needs to take it seriously.
Nah, it's nice sentiment. Almost jealous. This tower basically ties your family together. Even your grandmother you never met in person.
My thoughts exactly. Regardless of the circumstances, my mother and father crossed paths, fell in love, and had me. This place is always here as a reminder to put my faith in the bonds that connect us as a family. That's the thing I truly love about it. But ever since I started helping you with your spring work, it's taken on another meaning. You, me, and the others have been all over Edith, solving 4SPG after 4SPG. And now, looking over the city from here fills me with pride over everything we've accomplished. I think about the many times my family took in the same view, and how I'm striving to protect it with my own two hands. I'm just so glad I joined Arkwright Solutions. That's why I want to give you credit where it's due, and not just when it comes to gathering all the Genesees. Thank you, Van, for everything. It's because you helped me grow as a person that I'm able to feel this way, and that's worth the world to me.
Come on now, haven't we been over this? Any growth you've made is your own doing. You're the one who leapt into my line of business and took whatever you could from the experience. You were tenacious like nothing else, sticking to your guns until you got what you were after. Honestly, I never could have imagined how far you'd go. When I up and vanished last year, you came after me without a moment's hesitation.
And as if that wasn't enough, you rose up again against a being capable of rocking this world to its core and gave him a piece of your mind.
You're talking to Van, not you. We don't care about you in the slightest. So get out of our sight and return Van to us at once. Aw.
I don't think it's a stretch to say that, if nothing else, your strength has pulled me through my fair share of scrapes. So much so that I went from nearly giving up on myself to holding on no matter what. Point is, you're dead wrong if you think your gratitude is a one-way street.
And
like I said before, me taking your request to find the Genesis came with some special conditions. So I'm counting on you to hold up your end of the bargain as my assistant.
yes, sir. Happy to be of service as always, Van.
No. That's cute.
I wonder if you realized what I was hinting at. Van's 25, so I know we're a bit far apart. But my parents have the same 8-year gap between them that we do. Of course, I still have a long way to go before I can measure up to him. It's only a matter of time, though. I'm sure of it.
Hey, Agnes, you coming or what?
Be right there.
No. That was cute.
I want to make the most of everything you and the others have taught me, so I'm going to keep working hard. And while I do that, I hope I can stay by your side. I know I'm still inexperienced, but I'm looking forward to whatever comes next.
Very nice. Alright, that's one down. 5 more to go. Let me make sure to save here too.
What's next?
Next up, so we got 5 left. A Bother of a Father, Lost Adolescence, Catra's Secret, Grimcat in Peril, The Substitute's Challenge, Elaine's Urgent Affair, The Sorrow of a Capable Man, Lino Flower Viewing, Yume's Bicycle. It's kind of evil that I don't get to do all of these. But I feel like I should do... Looks like I've got some sort of challenge letter from Swin and Nadia. They asked me to come to the office when I have the time. Well, I might as well humor them, I guess. Let's do it. Swin and Nadia? What do you two have? Well, that's the challenge.
Well met, Van Arkwright, springing extraordinaire. In memory of your final days in thy glorious capital, we do hereby challenge you to a duel over the title of True Spriggan.
Translation, please.
Actually, she pretty much covered it.
Come on, play along. This could be your last chance.
Here we go.
All right, I'll buy. I was kind of half hoping that Van would just close the door like he did with Reset, but not believe. I was kind of just hoping he would just close the door and walk away.
So, explain this duel over the title of True Spriggan business.
Well, that part was just her being dramatic.
Remember when you made us substitute Spriggans right after we came to Edith? It's been a wild ride since then, and I mean wild. Now here we are with everything we asked for and more.
You don't want to set a bad example for Lapis or our boss by taking advantage of your hospitality, though. So, we felt the need to prove ourselves, and who better to do it against than you, Van?
Spriggan stuff's pretty close to our usual work already, so 4SPG showdowns sound like a good way to sell things. And if we should vanquish thee, perchance we could lay claim to thy reputation as well.
Don't push your luck, but I get where you're coming from. You two deserve a little something for picking up the slack around here. And I'll just treat this like a special 4SPG from my stand-ins. Just don't cry foul when I go full throttle. No better parting gift than showing you what a Spriggan's really made of.
And ask for more.
Now you're talking.
And there, Van used the connection to get with any collaborators at time of spare. Bodyguard limited time half-price discount promotion to bring in more 4SPGs than ever before.
Back to the bulletin boards, in every district I'd have a request from corner to corner by now. Whoever closes out the most of them within the time limit is the winner. You guys all set to go?
Or even you are. Really casting a wide net though, are you?
And this was our suggestion, but we're in for a lot more 4SPGs than we bargained for.
You say that, but I had to trim the list quite a bit to get it down to just the suitable ones. I was already looking for a good excuse to get the finickier ones over with, so this worked out great.
Yeah, imagine what a buzzkill if you get an emergency call in the middle of tonight's live performance.
Well, alright. Hope you don't mind if we bring the heat then. You're on. No backing out now. Let the Force PG showdown commence. Go!
Swin, where did you get a bike? That's what I want to know. Giddy!
She's coming your way, yes.
After that.
Yee.
There. You're gonna be just fine.
Oh yeah, score 1 for the dream team.
Goodness, what an impressive display. My sweet little Anna, thank you ever so much for catching her.
About that, are you really this cat's owner?
You were a few syllables off from the name on her collar just now. And rumor has it that a shady cat never's been snatching up purebreds to put on the market.
That's, Oh, Angela, thank goodness you're alright.
Go away.
So now the mansion I'm employed at has a massive rat infestation. It's all my fault. If I don't do something about it, they'll fire me for sure. Can I count on you to handle this discreetly?
So my hunch was right. Two of them are like a match made in heaven. Mind hanging around just a tick? The solution to your problem should come along in just a minute. Excuse me, but are you the Spriggan I keep hearing about? I could really use your expertise. All of the laboratory rats at the medical research facility I work for were inadvertently terminated. Is there any chance you could set us up with a large quantity of them in short order?
Did you say rats?
Huh? That was easy. That's 2 for 1. Get an amount of requests in it, and has its perks sometimes.
Eds, you think those cars have anything to do with that package we picked up a minute ago?
Shoot, we're being tailed. I'll shake them off. Hang on tight, Nadia.
Aye aye.
Down. Somebody save me! 5 down. I ain't looking to start anything. At least not if you clean out your blackmail data and hand it over. You had a good run up till now, ghosting on the backs of others. I think it's about time for the Piper to get paid. Alright, just take it easy. That settles that. Now on to a separate request. This one involves getting tit for tat over the living hell you put your victims through. No, please! Beat him up. Destroy. Waiting around here to ambush that crooked businessman isn't going as well as it hoped.
Maybe he caught us on and switch routes? I can recalculate his path, but we're kinda short on time.
What's this? Don't tell me we're all working... what's this? Don't tell me we're all working the same request.
Oh, hi, Van.
Guess we overlapped on this one. Well, ain't that a kick in the head? You two already got the jump on me. Not even the golden tip-off promote I can make up for that. I'll just have to shift over to something else. Oh, keep up a good work out there.
Magi? That's his informant over in Riverside.
Might as well head over and take the freebie.
Time limit over.
Who wins? So, the final tally is 11 4 SPGs for me and 12 for you. Victory's yours. Damn, some professional I am. What's wrong? Those don't look like the faces of winners to me.
That's because this whole thing was rigged.
I'm with her on that. That informant you clued us in on was the only reason we were able to close that last request. Can't really say that point was earned fair and square. Hey, I'm the one who slipped up and giving you a hint. You should be proud for not letting it pass you by. From where I'm standing, who solved what doesn't really matter as long as you stuck to the Spriggan way. Matter of fact, you did me a solid divvying up the workload, so thanks for that.
He got us hook, line, sinker.
Yeah, we may have won the battle, but we lost the war the second we suggested dueling over 4 SPGs.
Finally, I can be more lazy.
You outfox us good, Van.
You guys get so uptight over the weirdest things.
Well, for all the areas we fall short in, we still managed to prove ourselves pretty decently.
Yep, I'd say so.
Actually, you never fully explained what it is that you were trying to prove. Mind filling me in?
Like we said, these last several months have just been one freak incident after another. Running into old colleagues from the gardens on Nemeth, seeing what looked like my brother back from the dead. And even that's got nothing on what went down with LP and S.
Everything worked out in the end, but it left us with some heavy questions to chew on. We started to wonder, would we ever escape our past? Or were we doomed to spend the rest of our days in darkness?
I see.
That's what all this boils down to. We wanted to prove that if we worked hard enough, we could enjoy our lives in a way that sat right with us. Just like you do, Van.
Like me.
Not that most people would call your way of life a respectable one.
Don't I know it. I hear Elaine offered you 2 a place at the guild, though. Why not take her up on it?
Blech, and work myself to the ground all year round? I got a lazing and loafing quota to keep up.
Call me crazy, but I don't think her line of work is in our wheelhouse anyway. That aside, there was one other thing we wanted to prove.
To yourselves?
No, to you, Van. We wanted to show how much we've grown over the past 2 years.
Aw. You had to help us out with just about everything back then. But now, other people can lean on us for a change, don't you think?
Yeah, you 2 have come leaps and bounds, no doubt about it. Even if your past tries to haunt you again, I know you'll put it back in its place as many times as it takes. You've got the freedom to make whatever you want of your lives. This old town Springham will vouch for that any day of the week.
I know we're not leaving just yet, but I can tell we won't be leaving any regrets behind.
And the next time we meet up, we're gonna be twice, no, thrice as impressive as we are now.
Yeah? You can hardly wait already.
No.
We might be hanging up our substitute Spriggan hats, but we'll never, ever forget the time we spent with you, Aggie, and everyone else.
I can't promise we'll always be available, but if you're ever in a bind, hit us up. Next time, we'll be the ones handling a 4 SPG of yours.
Yippee! All good. Make sure we save the game. Not many more points left to use. I think we're going to just do Yume, Renee's, Elaine's, and Ketra. Yeah, I think we're just going to do that. And I know I could go back and look at all of them. I might do that on my own time. Let's just do the 4 for now. Anyway, Catra's secret. Catra apparently remembers something he needed to do, but he seemed pretty skittish about it. Looks like he was headed back to his room. Maybe I should check in on him. Catra, y'all good? You alright, Catra?
Catcher must be back in his room. Did he forget something he needed for the school festival? Seemed to be in a hurry. Maybe I should go in and ask what's up.
Look at all the people tuning in. I couldn't be happier. Livestream sure is a bundle of fun. Make sure to give me a follow if you liked what you saw.
Heck? Whose voice is that? Sounds a little affected. Does he have a girl in there with him? No, wait.
Anyway, thanks for stopping by today, Edith. Catch you next time on the Catalea channel.
Catra, I'm coming in.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
Van?
Uh-oh.
I can explain.
Sorry for barging in.
I'm out of here.
Catalea the Science Gal. So this is one of those newfangled virtual idol things, right? I've heard about her online. Apparently she's really exploded on the scene these past few weeks. Never would have guessed she was your alter ego, though.
Yes, well, people have really started to embrace streaming although the orbital net is a new form of entertainment. I developed an interest in it while I was researching the new technology involved, so I decided to make my own virtual model and try it out.
Sounds like you weren't expecting to get so hooked, let alone make it this big. But your ETH exclusive broadcast just happened to overlap with the school festival, right? So the only way you could do both was by ducking out of the festivities for a bit.
Forgive me. I know I shouldn't be using the office connection without asking.
What's there to be apologized for? Knowing you, I'm sure you've got all kinds of anti-dragon tech in place. Streaming though, huh? It's enough to make my head spin. A few years back, I wouldn't have been able to picture it. You've even got Fioscan your movements and syncing it to the model in real time, right? Man, if that takes off, it'll have every other form of media in fight or flight mode. Either that or scramble to get a slice of the pie themselves. Did I say something wrong?
No, just the opposite. Sorry for being rude there. It's just, I went to so much trouble to make myself up as a girl without anyone finding out. For a minute, I was afraid you'd get creeped out or laugh at me or something. I mean, it was a little jarring at first, but you do you.
I see. I mean, sure, I was shocked, but more in a, wow, that's pretty incredible kind of way. Everybody's got their hobbies and pursuits. This just happens to be your jam. I can understand why you'd be scared, though.
Thanks, Van. This wasn't something I agonized over, though. It generally did just start out of curiosity. As you know, I straddle the line between male and female. But because my masculine genes express themselves more prominently, I've lived as a boy ever since the professor took me in. I also find myself attracted to cute girls, though that isn't exclusively the case. Still, I couldn't help wondering, what if I had lived as a girl all this time instead? And this is kind of a way of living that.
That train of thought makes sense for you. Not to say you're the only one who's ever felt this way.
Right. The world's made up of all kinds of people, each with their own values and ways of living. So I want to be forward-thinking about exploring potential paths for my own life a little more.
That's so. That's right to call you incredible, then.
I'm glad you think so. Oh, actually, can I ask you to stick around for a bit? This isn't about you stumbling in on my secret, to be clear. There's just something I want to test.
Okay.
The Marian Garden?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Van.
Oh. Hey.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, what do you think? This is the full-scale, high-precision Catalia model. This is the first time I've ever worn it, so to speak, so there's still a bunch of unknown factors. It's not weird, is it?
Of course not. Today's just been full of surprises is all. Your own traits still shine through a bit, but you seem to be pretty comfortable presenting as Catalia.
That might be because of the way I used the Martian Garden's data and AI to create her. First, I adjusted the scanned model of myself used by the garden to allow for modifications. Then I executed a deep learning routine to simulate what I might look like as a girl.
Adios above. Technology is outpacing me more by the minute.
Unfortunately, I can only show myself from the chest up due to the current processing capability and synchronization speed limitations. But eventually, I should be able to livestream myself dancing in real time. Theoretically, that is.
Hey, you do you. Now that I'd like to see. Man, though, once the researcher types get going on a project, you stick it out to the end.
It's funny. A little while ago, I probably would have overthought this to the point of discouraging myself from even trying. But you and the others helped me understand that I can be anything I want to be. I really am grateful for that, Van.
Just don't expect me to pass that thanks along to the others for you. Anyway, just take your time experimenting and fleshing out your personal style. Who knows? Build up a big enough following, and you might be able to make a living on this idle thing.
It's funny. Once I loosened up and got into the role, my popularity just rose like that. There's no turning back now. At this point, it's begun to feel like another part of the real me.
Hey, maybe we can make you an Arkwright Solutions marketing mascot. Nah, that'd probably be too much exposure. But hey, it's always on the table if we need to expand our reach.
Don't tell me you're actually considering it.
Maybe. It'd be handy. So, that put a bow on your live streaming for today?
Yes, I should be able to spend time with you and the rest after this. Why are you staring at me like that?
It's nothing. Just took me a sec to remember that this is still the same catcher I'm talking to.
What else did you expect? Oh, but setting that aside, would you mind,
Sipping my lips about this? Don't sweat it. I was already planning to. Just heads up though, Anya's and them are liable to get wise anyway, so once you start making a name for yourself.
Yeah, you better be careful. Oh, yeah. I guess that's always a possibility.
Yeah.
Imagine someone like Aaron finding out. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. Should I tweak the model to look less like me before they catch on? If it alienates my fan base, the backlash could be explosive.
Sorry, didn't mean to sound the red alert.
Hey, Van?
You.
I, wanted to thank you proper. Thank you so much for accepting me no matter what.
Gotcha.
I'm going to keep trying to figure out who I want to be. And you being there for me as I do makes me more happy than you could ever know.
All right. Very nice.
Next up, who do we got? Not that I keep hitting the wrong button.
Next up, Elaine. Elaine's urgent affair. Seems Elaine's stepping away from the festival to handle a job for the guild. Sounds like it'll be a tricky one. Wonder why she was acting all weird about it, though. Maybe I'll see if there's anything I can do to help her out. Elaine, what's wrong? Hello?
Apologies for the delay. I'm with the Bracer Guild.
Oh yes, we've been expecting you. Aren't you that famous A-Week Bracer?
Thank you so much for accepting a request on such short notice.
Oh, you brought Van along as well. Fancy seeing you again. For the record, I'm mostly just along for the ride.
You know him?
Yeah, I met him while doing a Forest G a while back. Still keeping in touch with old Bruno. Yes, I consoled him about all this, in fact. Anyway, I feel much better knowing that you're on the case.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? So you suspect a stalker will crash your wedding today and attack the bride. Do I have that right?
You do, yes.
Honestly, we're hella lost for what to do.
I see. Albingham and Dorothy was kind enough to care for a man who had passed out alongside the road. She was already engaged at that point, but that didn't stop the man from obsessing over her after the fact. She reached out to the police and the guild several times, but they couldn't do much as he was careful to remain within the confines of the law. Then once the wedding date was set, she received an unusual package. Inside was a clandestine photo of her and the groom. Faces were cut out and a message was written in blood. Love never dies. That is horrifying. The wedding date was listed as well, even though it had only just been decided on.
How despicable. Only the vilest of fiends would seek to ruin such an important day in a young couple's life.
That's a textbook example of a threat letter. Should be enough cause for the guild to take action. Problem is, if we're following the Bracer Code...
I'm afraid I have no choice but to ask that you delay your wedding. When danger is imminent, we have to put the safety of the citizens above all else. I hope you understand.
I was afraid of that. I'm so sorry, Dorothy.
No, don't be. It's for the best. We can't risk putting our friends and families in the harm's way. I just wish we could have celebrated this with them. Everyone was able to take time out of their busy schedules for this.
Alright, I think this request can qualify as a Forest PG now.
Oh?
Our Required Solutions will be working with the guild on this one. No need to move the wedding day, because I've got an idea.
You do?
How? No, I'll pay any price you ask, as long as it means we can have our wedding as planned. To pull this one off, I'm gonna need the assistance of our very own Beauty's Blade.
Say no more. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Alright.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today before the goddess Adios to join Roderick and Dorothy in the bonds of holy matrimony. Do you, Roderick, take this woman, Dorothy, to have and to hold in sickness and in health, or richer or poorer, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live? I do. And do you, Dorothy, take this man, Roderick, in sickness and in health, the richer or poorer, to love and to cherish for as long as you both shall live? Stop! Who do you think you are? You have no right to be barging in on this sacred union. You must be the lowlife bastard that they told me about. Why, Dorothy? Why would you marry the likes of him? I'm the one you love. That's why you saved me back then, right?
You're a grip, man. That's just some fancy you dreamed up on your own. I'll never give up the woman I love, and especially not someone who'd only burn her with a one-sided obsession.
What the hell did you just say to me? Who do you think you are, you piece of shit? Get lost. You have nothing to do with this. Dorothy, my beloved, it's time to go.
So the gods decide where our love will never die.
Not a chance. Huh? I must say, I find your unrequited love rather shallow. You couldn't even tell that your beloved was an imposter.
Nice. You're... That's the A-Rank Bracer. Huey's Blade, why is she here? Why? Where's my Dorothy?
Down and out. Oh, Roderick.
Dorothy, everything's gonna be alright now.
Yeah, that was easy.
So, what do y'all think of our mid-wedding halftime show? A little unprecedented, I know, but hey, there's a first for everything. Our special guest, Elaine Auclair, gave a performance for the ages, all to test the love of our leading lady and man. Let's give our crewman a big round of applause for bravely fending off the school's would-be captor. Holy cannoli, I know the idea they switched up the bride. Okay, that was a little too realistic for my taste, but man, what a show.
Dawn Springer really knows how to throw everyone for a loop.
I sincerely apologize for causing such a ruckus. We will get the ceremony back underway in just a moment. Let me offer my congratulations to the soon-to-be happy newlyweds.
That works like a charm.
Perfect. Elaine, Ben.
Thank you so much for saving our wedding.
Oh, that was a neat and tidy ending. I'm glad we were able to help them.
Can't believe I was able to pull one over on the crowd with that halftime show bit. That was one hell of a gamble. If Roderick hadn't done that whole spiel from his heart, I know anyone would have bought it. Hey, I got a question for you. Why the special interest in this request? Something about this job must have caught your eye. Don't think you'd have wanted to leave in the middle of the festival otherwise.
I suppose that's true. Well, to answer your question, the subject of marriage was just so happened to be on my mind lately. Seeing as how my family, or rather my relatives, have been trying to get me to tie the wedding knot, I received a few proposals already.
Huh. I knew the Quincy company has been hard at work rebuilding the business, but this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
As you may well know, our family has a long lineage, and many of my relatives are old-fashioned sorts. They say it's all to support the Auclair family. I suppose it sounds noble when you put it like that. In all likelihood, they're simply desperate to find their footing. Things have been rather chaotic following my father's incarceration. In a way, I almost pity them. And to be honest, that's why I've entertained the notion.
Well, I don't think you should. I know you're just trying to bear the burden for everyone like usual, but that ain't your responsibility, alright? Your dad's the one who committed the crime, not you. It isn't your job to mop up his mess. You can't fix everything. If you say you can, then that's arrogance talking, plain and simple.
But, you know, that might just be the most hypocritical thing you've ever said.
I'm just speaking from experience, that's all. From one burden-bearing person to another, don't forget why you chose the path you're on. You didn't choose it for your family's sake, and you sure as hell didn't choose it for mine either.
You're right. No, in fact, you're exactly right. Oh, and don't worry about those marriage proposals. I turned them all down.
Just I was worried. By the way, you might not want to put this off for too much longer. We're both getting up there in age.
Excuse me, I'll have you know I'm only 24. Okay, here I go.
Uh-oh. Have fun.
Elaine caught it. Congrats.
I wonder if this is my reward for all the hard work I've put in lately. Certain someone I know could and should learn from my example.
Ugh. Give me words, why don't you? Fine, I'll try and take a few pointers.
Back when we were students, I always thought this day might come for us. Huh? Oh, it's nothing, just lost in thought. We're both still walking our own paths, so let's focus on that for now. I'll be happy to help you along in whatever little ways I can.
Thanks, Elaine. How much more do we have left in terms of connections we can check out? Only 2. We're close.
Planner launched!
Next up, we're gonna do The Sorrow of a Capable Man. Renee's usually got a hell of a poker face, but I can tell he's been feeling kind of glum lately, because he's pretty easy to read after all. Anyway, maybe I should be the one to chat him up for a change. Kincaid.
Trying to bail, eh, Renee?
Hey!
Well, isn't this a familiar scene? Reminds me of our school days in school. Though, as I recall it, you would always land in trouble with Mr. Powell for cutting class.
And you always played things by the book, on the surface anyway. As long as your student council work was neat as a pin, you could slack off when no one was the wiser.
Naturally, moderation and discretion are key when it comes to flouting the rules.
Well, I'm waiting for an explanation on why Mr. Ex-Student Council Prez is skipping out on his alma mater's school festival. Play your cards wrong and I just might tag along.
Ever the busybody, aren't we? Still, perhaps this is for the better. Come with me. I'll give you a ride. Alright. Nice car.
Top of the line Etos sports car! When the hell did you snag this beaut?
This is on the more modest end, really. Now go on, take a seat.
I'm gonna see how comfy this thing is no matter how much it kills me inside. Thank you, Van. So, this is the place.
Blue score? How are we doing here?
Guess I should have seen it coming. What, some artists you like putting on a show?
Oh, I'm not in the audience today. My musical peers and I had promised to meet here. We booked a short window of time for an impromptu session, you see.
That's so.
Yes, but as luck would have it, all of them are now otherwise engaged. This happens from time to time, so I intended to drop by and cancel our reservation. But that was before I had you accompanying me. You still remember how to play the guitar? Oh god.
Last time I did was back at Armis, and even then I only plucked around a bit while helping out with the club stuff. No way I'll be anywhere near as good as the rest of your circle.
Oh, I don't expect you to be. Come along.
If you insist.
The bros.
Damn, we got bro here. Never let yourself get rusty, eh, Renee?
And you're keeping up well for being so out of practice. Maybe we could even include you in one of our concerts.
Hold up, you've actually played for a crowd before?
Don't get distracted. We're moving straight into this next song.
Got it. So, you met some of our musicians on the OrbitalNet.
Yes, we started out by meeting up offline to share in our mutual love of music. Our group gets along famously despite coming from different walks of life and spanning a wide range of ages. Each of us does what we can to carve out a little space in our busy lives to gather, chat, and play whatever comes to mind. Makes for a nice, occasional reprieve.
So, you get to just do your thing, no strings attached. That sounds right up my alley. Can't say I ever pictured you getting yourself into a friend group like that, though. I guess even after all these years, there's still a lot I don't know about you.
Is it really so strange? I like to think I make a strong effort to maintain my social life. Besides, one should never judge a book by its cover. You, Elaine, and myself all have sides to ourselves that we keep from one another. That was as true then as it is now.
Well, yeah, I ain't trying to say otherwise. But even apart from that, for whatever reason, I've always had a hard time imagining what you're like outside of work. It's as if you've always got this wall around you, Renee. That's the best way I can put it.
The girl I'd been seeing told me the same thing recently. Just another occupational hazard, I suppose.
You haven't gone on my case for not calling you Kincaid even once today. That ain't the only way you haven't been yourself either. Take your reservation for this place. Normally you just cancel and go about your business. What, something happened between you and your lady? Wait, seriously? I was half joking there.
I never had much opportunity to see her this year. Tight schedules are a given, considering my role as presidential aide, but that isn't much of an excuse. She said she could never tell what was going through my head.
That's rough. Let me guess, she was supposed to come to your jam session today.
Yes, I had planned to introduce her to my fellow musicians. In a sense, the fact that they have other commitments is a blessing in disguise. Our split was mutual, if that's any consolation. Many relationships just aren't meant to last. That said, I almost wish she had slapped me even once. Why so silent all of a sudden? Did my point about being ill-fated relationship hit a little too close to home?
Jackass. Don't try to play it off by dissing me. Anyway, break's over. Let's bring this house down. How about we do something that goes extra hard next, like the punk rock stuff we used to try back in high school?
You mean the song we were considering for the festival? Doesn't exactly feel appropriate at our current age.
Since when? A few birthdays ain't gonna change who you are inside. Or are you scared my guitar's gonna upstage your bass? My brush drumming technique was pretty sick.
I never called it a bad idea. Count me in.
Yeah.
Music, however, was much more intense than they had played before the break. Despite the occasional bungled phrase, they continued to play their heart's content.
Ugh, might have gone a bit overboard there. My fingers are starting to feel like shredded meat.
So quick to complain. You can learn a thing or two from my group mates. We have a member who with more zeal and advanced age than most youth, another in a managerial position at a major corporation, and so forth.
Very impressive. Almost makes it sound like you're networking on the side.
I haven't a clue what you mean. Nevertheless, my spirits do feel lighter now.
Glad to hear it. If you ever want to jam again, just say the word and I'll be there. I know Van ain't really your thing, but I don't mind letting it in when you need it. Doesn't matter if you're the oldest in our group. Don't forget that you've got people in your corner. Me and Elaine included. Besides, knowing you, it won't be long before you meet a new catch. But hey, if you need help fishing around, I'm only 4 SPG away. Something funny about that?
Oh no, I was just laughing at my own immaturity. Especially if my dishonorary little brother is trying to console me. I never thought I'd see the day. You truly have grown, Van.
There you go, treat me like a little kid again. But hey, if you do meet someone new, maybe introduce her to us this time, alright, Renee?
That's Kincaid to you. And how are you and Elaine faring? Unless you've been making progress with a certain young lady in your employ.
Well, I have. Why you always gotta turn things around on me?
Now you're the one comforting me.
That's sweet.
Ooh, how the script has been flipped.
How the script has been flipped indeed.
Of how much you've grown. Anyhow, we should do this again sometime.
Yippee.
We can even drag Elaine along.
Yeah.
Throw her on the drums. I don't know how she'd do on the drums, but just throw her on them.
One more hangout.
What's next?
Last hangout we're going to be doing with Yume. Victor got in touch. Seems Yume's turning 7 this year and ordered a bike for her. And he ordered a bike for her that just came in at the Center Marsh. Said I should pick it up for him on the way home. Maybe I should take care of that now. Yumes. Yep. Pull up the guide again.
Alright, let's get this done and dusted.
Man, where are you going?
The smolt.
Oh, hey there, Yumes. Just run a few errands is all. I won't be long, so you hang back and enjoy the festival, okay?
Oh, let me guess. My bicycle finally came in?
Spot on. Gramps just gave me the call. I was about to go pick it up and deliver it to Montmar. Now you have something to look forward to when you get home.
I want to go too.
I knew she'd say that. So much for this being a quick and dirty solo job. Fine, fine. I know you've been counting down the minutes for this. What do you say we put our wheels against each other and see which is better?
Definitely mine. Yours is number 2.
I hear you. Come on, let's get going.
Yeah. Look at his little goober. There it is.
Whoa, is this my new bike?
Sure is. Looks pretty neat. Mom's got good taste. Well, as much as I hate to break it to you, my ride still wins in the coolness department.
Silly old Van. Mine's way cuter.
As long as she likes it, that's what matters. Ready for me to load it into the truck?
Yeah, if you don't mind. We're gonna be hauling this thing straight back to Old Town.
Alrighty.
Don't tell me. You're itching to ride it now. Everyone's waiting for you at the academy, kiddo. Don't you think we gotta hurry back?
I do want to play with Maxon some more. I also want to try out Teensy Bit.
I figured as much. How to handle this? The safest way would be to take her over to the Memorial Park. Her Gramps was keen on showing her the ropes. I'd hate to cut in on that.
It's okay, Van. Sorry for being bratty about it. I'll just have to wait till the next time someone's free after a festival's over.
Say no more, Yume. Let's head over to Memorial Park and take it for a spin.
Really, me?
The old man will flame my hide anyway if I bring her back to Memorial down the mouth. Just promise me that you'll only give it a test run. Deal?
Yay, I promise.
I'll go ahead and load it into the pickup then.
Practice.
I finally get to ride my old bike.
I'll be here to hold you upright, so just focus on pushing the pedals. Keep the handlebar hard straight, okay? Just take it slow and you'll be fine.
Okie dokie. Man, are you still there?
Yep, you're doing great, kiddo. Want me to let go for a bit?
Yeah, do it. So wobbly.
That's the way. Keep going just like... Damn.
Oh, I fell off.
You alright? Sorry, should've known it was too early to turn you loose.
No, it's okay. I almost got a hang of it. I'm gonna try again. Watch me, okay, Dan?
Victor is going to kill me. Hey, well, shoot. No stopping her now. If I bring her back all scuffed up, tonight's bistro special will be my head on the platter. Maybe I should give the champ a call and have him and Paulette pick her up.
Gosh dang it.
Whoops.
Gosh dang it.
No.
I am going to die if you keep doing this. Yume, please.
You okay?
Yeah, no biggie. Spike's not gonna beat me.
Listen, Humes, why don't we stop here for now? You got your knees covered in scrapes and your clothes covered in dirt. You won't want to get your mom and Gramps all worked up. No dice, huh? You're a tough cookie, Humes. Most kids your age would burst out in tears by now. You're allowed to cry if you need to, you know.
No, I'm not gonna. I have to be tough and hold it in, like you, Van.
Like me.
You smiled for me even when it hurt. It was a long time ago, but I still remember.
Oh, do you? You still remember, then? Oh, wait, no, this is something different.
Damn it all!
No.
It was a request I took on back when I just climbed out of the rookie stage of my career. I grew too comfortable with the work. As a result, I slipped up and my client got seriously injured. But any trust we built up was shattered, and they made their well-deserved spite for me loud and clear. We were just barely grazed by a worst-case scenario. The client's lucky to still be alive. Those guys were good. We were cornered, and in the heat of the moment, I made the wrong call. Who are you trying to fool? Quit making excuses for yourself. You got sloppy. You thought, oh, this would be a cinch, and let your ego take the wheel. What the hell am I even doing? What am I doing this for?
Dan?
Yes?
What's wrong, Van?
It's nothing. That's right. There's no sense moping. Butts like this could happen again any number of times down the road. Remember why you decided to do this in the first place. As long as you never forget, everything will work out.
Huh?
Hey, now, why the long face? Want uppies? Upsies?
You look like you were hurting way more than that, and I was now. Instead of crying, you picked me up like always. So whenever I feel myself getting sniffly, I try to be strong the way you would. That's what family does for each other.
No.
Okay, this I'm gonna stand for sure. Keep watching, man.
Don't worry, kiddo. I will. Hard to believe her memory goes that far back. At the time, I'd been busting my ass like a man possessed and faking a brave front out pride. Well, did I know? There was someone watching out for me all the while. Family, huh?
Yeah, look! Look! Am I doing it right? I think I am.
Yeah, you got them volumes.
How you made? That's amazing!
Hey. Oh, you actually came. Of course we did. As if we'd let you steal this moment away from us.
Mommy, Maxim, look at me go!
I can't be prouder, sweetie. It was so nice of Anne to teach you.
Just make sure to keep those eyes forward. Huh, almost makes you wonder if driving skills are inherited. Don't get too full of yourself there, Buster. You're such a kid at that. I mean, Victor, who's getting full of themselves? Not me, no, sir.
Oh dear, we still got a long road ahead of us.
Grandma, I'm right back now. Did you see me?
I certainly did, sweetheart. You gave your granddad a real run for his money.
I learned it all from Van.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Look at his eye. Hear me out for a sec. She's still gonna need to practice on State Roads, alright? You can have exclusive dibs on that. You traitorous, troublemaking tenant, I'm gonna teach her from square one! You're gonna pay for those scraped knees and turd clothes to the tune of 50 times your rent. No good deed goes unpunished. Wait, 50 times? That's criminal!
Settle down, Dad. Though it's true that he's been monopolizing her for a bit. Next time we can make it a family outing. Right, Ben?
What can I say? Y'all got me outnumbered on this one. Okay, thank God I'm not being skinned alive.
If you're ever feeling sad because of work, just let me know, and
Oh,
I'll give you a nice
bean.
pat on the head. Then you'll feel all better.
Precious bean. Yume's charm. Alright, that's all the hangout events we can do. Now we have the activities. I'll probably just I'll do each of them. There's 4 of them in total. I'll just do each of them once, and then I'll mash through probably one of them. But what does the charm do? Should check that out at the very least. 40 accuracy and 40 crit. Not bad at all. Jeez, oh Pete. Alright, let's go ahead and do each activity at least once. Starting with this one. Quiz King. Let's do Anya's for each of these once, and then you have this host. You have to host this whole shebang, huh? Kind of a short straw to draw.
It can be rough at times. Still, festivals like these hold a special place in my heart. Besides, I can't slack off when the entire student body is so hard work. Now, without further ado, let the Quiz King of Armis tournament begin. I'm Toa Herschel, and I'll be your mistress of ceremonies.
Hopefully the things I learned in class will come in hit play here.
I'd say an honor student like you already has a head start. Oh god, there are a lot of questions.
This will consist of 10 questions total, but be careful. If you miss 3, you're out.
Are they timed?
All right, let's question.
They are timed. On what day is the annual Revolution Festival held? I don't have time. 3rd.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
What number president is Gramhart? 23rd.
I was right. Question.
Question. What is the majority party in the Republic's parliament? A Republican. No.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question.
Which railway? The Croydon Main Line.
I was right. Question.
It's Gillies Basin.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
What is the last name of the illustrious Z1 champion Max Lagon?
I was right.
Question.
It's Taito.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
What's the name of the half-eastern general who, Atkinson?
I was right.
Question.
Legendary dessert, Sam Bujan. We actually just had a side quest. That's the only reason I know this one.
Got it right.
It says the question 10 is dependent on the partner. 5th.
I was right.
You did it.
Nice.
Only one question wrong.
We really had to think on some of those.
Little gift. Fortitude droplet. Oh, right. She's already maxed out. I should probably not even be bothering then. You already know we're inviting Katra. You helped build this game, didn't you, Katra?
Yes, Rosetta and Essie had a small part in it too. We based it off the hacking program we've been utilizing, but it's really managed to come into its own.
Where is the guide for this one? Surely there's one. Yep, there is. Don't pat yourself in the back too hard there. How about we see how well it holds up? Alright, let's jump right in. Okay, it doesn't look too bad.
I think I'd like to play this one too.
3 minutes. It's quite a long one. We get 2 barriers here.
There goes the lock.
Analysis complete.
Okay, we're good. Last one should be simple enough. Oh dear.
There goes the lock.
We're good.
Good teamwork, Van.
Spirit droplet. That's all good.
Welcome to the Aramis Academy Festival.
7 hearts. Just play a stupid game. Judith. Let's just... You know what? Let's start.
All right, let the games begin.
End game. Oh, it doesn't count until you actually play a game. I don't want to play Vantage Master. Or, sorry, 7 hearts.
All right.
Potato, potato, I don't care.
Begin.
Fire. I'm just gonna spam A and see if that works. Fireball.
I'll be taking that.
Refreshing jail.
You got
I'm dead.
me.
Easier than taking candy from a baby.
Wait, I won? What? Okay. I don't know why I won, but okay, I'll take it. And of course, basketball.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Aaron. Strain your back.
Let's go for the win.
I
Now
don't even
you're
know how to
speaking
play
my language.
this. I don't think I've ever touched this once.
Okay, let's begin. Crap.
What? I don't care.
Too bad.
I don't care.
Nice move! Yeah! Yeah! Nice! Yeah!
I don't like this.
I don't think so.
I give up. I'm dancing.
There.
Yeah, no.
Aww.
Oh, do you need it? Oh, do you need it? Hey, too bad. Here, Van. Oh, do you need it? Oh,
Too bad.
Do you need an old man nap?
Nice move!
Nice.
That's the right idea.
I don't think
How
so.
are you missing me? I'm
I
doing
don't
nothing.
Think so.
Seriously?
Show him what you're made I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
There.
Could you please just win?
Ha! All right.
Yeah, no. All right. I'll give it a shot.
Participate in all 4 events. Now I just have to waste time. What would be the quickest way to lose time? You know what? I know the quickest way. I don't really want to do this these events. So what we're doing is we're jacking up the on-field speed up speed. And we're just gonna mash through the quiz and lose it. Barry.
All right, question.
I'm just gonna mash it.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question.
Aw, I missed it.
Question.
Question.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
This is gonna still take a long time. Aaron.
All right, question.
Shoot.
Nope.
Fumbled that one.
Fumbled that one.
Bullshit.
Aaron.
Fumbled that one.
Ooh. Reset. Use Marduk's knowledge.
All right, question.
Not your own, because we're not using any knowledge in any
Fumbled that
form.
one.
I wonder if it's possible to just win by hitting A on
study up
everything.
on
Like,
this
is it possible to get a run so
Question.
perfect where
Shoot.
the first
Fumbled
option
that one.
is the right answer for all of them? Gotcha.
All right, question.
Question.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question.
Question.
Oh, I can't believe I missed that.
Question.
Question.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question. 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 Please let me be through with these. I just want the points. I already did with Judith, I think. Swin, you're up.
All right, question.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question.
Cool, got it right.
Thanks, game.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Cool, got it right.
Stop giving.
Question.
Shoot.
What the
That
heck?
one.
Making Swin in the one who's right. Whatever. Next up, Nadia. I teach betrayal.
All right, question.
Question.
Shoot.
Question.
Fumbled that
Question.
one.
Question. Question.
Huh. Weird. Question.
Question.
Nice.
Nice.
Got it right.
Question.
Question.
Huh. Weird.
Question. We're almost through. Next up, Elaine. Question. Question.
All right,
Question.
Nice. Got it
Really?
right.
Question.
Already off to a bad start.
I thought I knew it.
Question.
Shoot.
It would have been funny if it'd be
Fumbled that one.
opposite. Elaine getting all the ones wrong while Vanguard. Aw.
Scored 1 point.
Dang it.
Shoot.
Just lose it so I
Fumbled
can get
that
through
one.
these tickets quickly. Kincaid. Can't wait to make you lose.
All right,
Failure.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question.
Swin's the only one who has.
No matter,
Oh
of
god, don't
course.
do this.
Question.
Game.
Nice.
Game.
Got it right.
Question.
Okay.
I should have known that.
Question.
Nice. Got it right.
Question.
I should have known that.
Ooh. SLM chain effect. We're almost through. Ren.
All right. Question.
Shoot.
Why is it that
Fumbled
all the
that one.
Trails arcs have this minigame in some form?
Naturally.
Question.
Nice.
Like unironically,
Got it
all
right.
they all have them in some degree.
Naturally.
What is happening?
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Fumbled that one.
Naturally.
Ren's not getting a single one wrong.
Nice.
Wait,
Got it right.
maybe I'm wrong.
Naturally.
Ren's not gonna get a single one wrong.
Shoot.
Gosh dang it.
Fumbled that one.
Of course, the game would make sure Ren doesn't get the ones wrong. Thanks, game. What am I then? 3 more. Shizuna.
All right.
Question. Question.
Fumbled that one.
Question.
I got it right.
You shouldn't have.
Nice.
I shouldn't have.
Got it right.
I got it
What
right.
is happening?
Nice.
Game?
Got it right.
Question.
Ah, crud. Wrong answer.
Question.
Nice.
Game?
Got it right.
Question.
Ah, crud.
That was the farthest
Wrong
we've
answer.
gotten. Thanks, Shizuna. Yume. I'm so sorry, child.
All right. Question.
Shoot. Fumbled that one.
Question. I got
Of course.
one. Question.
Well, the game's not gonna allow Yume to lose,
Fumbled
it
that one.
seems.
Question.
It's really not gonna let Yume lose.
Shoot.
Thanks, game.
Fumbled that one.
Swin, Ren, and Yume are the ones who've gone out scot-free. I'm just gonna waste this last ticket.
All right. Question.
Anya's, we're gonna fail this last one.
Fumbled that one.
Question. I was
It's not gonna
right.
let you lose either, is it?
Nice.
Wait.
Got it right.
Extra chance.
No,
There
I
you
got
go.
it wrong.
Question.
Nice.
Question.
Got it
Question.
right.
Question. Question. Question.
No,
Question.
I got it wrong.
Ooh. 10 bonds maximized. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. I think it's time. We've gotten everything we can done. Everything possible. Once we hit the next option, we're apparently in the final dungeon, so... I'm a bit worried because this means that wherever the hell the Genesis are doing... happen to the Genesis is going to come to pass now. Alright then. Not much else we can do. Meet up. So, what's gonna happen? Also take a quick stop to the cathedral and to the paticier. The paticiary. Festival's main event. Time for the curtain to rise. Oh boy. This is weird. Anya's in a different outfit. Different color, at least.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for your patience.
I have a feeling about
It's
this.
time for the main event. We would now like to present a special performance put together by this year's Student Council. This year's show is going to be a little different from usual. Rather than having it run entirely by the students, The teachers and other friends of the school have also graciously lent their support.
Yippee!
When thinking about the best way to embody this year's theme, we wanted to come up with an answer that would be fun for everyone. And our answer was this hour-and-a-half show, a production that's all-inclusive of both Calvert and its neighbors, and of both tradition and innovation. It's called A New Season Together. I sincerely hope that our student body, as well as our guests, enjoy it to their heart's content.
Oh, is that... It's not Nina, is it? No. Lame dancing. Mishy! No. No. Hey, even Hermes from Bravati! There's President. Oh. Swin and Nadia. Ah! Teddy bears. Yo, swing. Swing and breakdance? That's awesome. This is cute. I am slightly worried about the usage of Nadia's wires.
So that's what they meant by quick change. They've really stepped up their game since last month. Too bad I won't get to see the ending. Oh well. I'm sure I can get someone to show me a recording later.
Hmm? What's going on? Van? Van? Where's Van going? Is that an off feeling we still have? Van? Oh! Meet me in front of Treon Tower today at 4:30 p.m. See.
Well, I wouldn't want to keep him waiting.
So see. Who is he?
Good thing I held off on giving this back to Agnes.
Just in case.
Alright, Mare Bear. Rise and shine.
Who is this? They finally want to meet, do they?
I can see her app running in the background, but I guess she can't actually manifest in this dimension. Might have to try something else.
I'm surprised you didn't stay until the end of the show.
They didn't really need me there. I was more or less a supervisor in name only. If anything, I should be the one who's surprised. Unlike me, you actually helped with the performance. Also, unlike me, you didn't just step out in the middle of the show. You weren't even there from the start.
Nina? Are you C?
I wasn't, no. I'm afraid that stage was just a little too full of life.
We finally get to know who you are.
For someone as hollow and empty as me. A person with no sense of self.
Who are you?
Well, like I told you before, that's exactly why no one else can play your roles like you do. Been a while. Nina Fenley. Actually, maybe I should be saying, nice to finally meet you. You aren't just a rising star in the movie biz with oodles of talent to spare.
Yeah.
There's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh, dear. You're laying on the compliments quite thick. My face must be beet red right about now. Yes, I have another role apart from Nina the actress. I'm guessing you've already sussed out what it is.
You're C.
Only got a rough idea, actually. At first, I had you pegged as the third C.
Oh?
The person who's been sending us all those ominous warning messages. I sifted through just about every possible candidate for that in my mind. Thought maybe the first or second C were cooking up a new plot. I even considered if Professor Epstein was our new C.
Really?
Because his first name is Claude, yes. That's a bit of a stretch, don't you think? Although, when you consider the immortals from the Empire and the true identity of the Garden Master,
Someone like him still being alive doesn't sound as far-fetched.
I suppose it isn't completely improbable.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even I'll admit the theory's a bit out there. You being C, on the other hand, seemed plausible, but I ruled you out in the end. Just couldn't find anything concrete. Plus, you don't give off that smell. Wait, sorry. Not that kind of smell.
Don't worry, I know what you meant. Anyway, you were right to rule me out because I'm not C. Although, if I had been, that would have been problematic. Considering we've been ordered to hunt him down.
Who are you? It's as I thought then.
How the hell'd they get in
You're
here?
part of the church.
You people defy all logic. No, I take it back. They're here because of your power, right?
You are a Dominion, aren't you?
Correct. We used his invitation to you as an opportunity to tread into his territory, so that we may find and execute him.
Why do you want him dead?
He who hides behind a coat, as well as the name of C, and who dons the role of the Crimson Beast, must be eliminated.
Didn't realize you had it all figured out. And here I thought Shizuna's master was the one with the omniscient eye.
No. My special eyes are quite different from his.
What the hell?
Now, kindly withdraw, Arkwright. We will handle things from here.
Nina.
If you leave now, you might even make it in time for the last half of the show.
No.
Sorry, but I'm staying right where I am.
I need to have some answer. I need some answers.
Oh. Are you now? Our target is nothing but a bestial affront to the goddess. Strictly speaking, you no longer have any connection to him.
Too bad.
I know you're well aware of this fact, and yet, you resist. Why?
Because I want answers.
Simple, really.
Trian Tower today at 4:03 p.m.
From my point of view, this is a 4SPG. And I already accepted it. He might have went about it in a roundabout way. But the fact is, he saved our hides more than a few times.
I want to know who he is. Be on guard for the 7th Genesis at the Revolution Festival tomorrow. If you desire the truth and wish to bring an end to the oncoming tragedy, investigate Artemis.
So I've got a reasonable request on my hands, and I've accrued a debt. No self-respecting Spriggan would walk away without paying him back.
Yeah, we gotta know the truth.
I get that they're a thorn in your side, but if you want to get to the hunting grounds, you'll have to do it over my dead body.
Sorry, Nina.
Well, if that's how you want to play it, then I suppose we have no choice but to pull back.
Really? You're willing?
You guys are unpredictable as ever. By the way, I got a letter from Master the other day, and it reminded me of something. Arteria's elusive captain and wildcard, who took up their post 3 years ago, was a fake who never existed.
Oh.
So if that's not who you are, then what's your other role? What's your real title?
Yeah. What are those
There
eyes?
isn't really a title for what I do, per se, but Her Holiness the Pope and the Gralsritter's commander call me the Eschaton Saint.
What the? Eschaton? What the? What is that?
It would have been nice for us to have worked together, but thanks to your little cheat, we'll have to back off.
The Eschaton Saint?
I'll be heading back to the festival now. Do take care of yourself in there. Goodbye for now.
Nina.
Van.
What the hell?
Hey! Wait a minute. Is that? Looks like a shard-induced dimensional interference, but on a level that shouldn't be possible.
The hell is it?
Yes. That's exactly right.
Lapis!
Whoa! Aren't you?
Lapis!
Your name was Van Arkwright, yes? If I were to rate the cuteness of your
Oh,
name,
boy.
you'd get 57 points.
That's not terrible.
Hey! What's with the crappy score?
It's better than nothing.
Nadia, Ren, ready to come on in?
Uh-oh.
Oh, finally.
My. You can be quite the handful sometimes.
Okay. Who else did you bring? Did you bring everybody? Oh, forgot. Gosh dang it. Thanks, guys.
Huh?
Van, you are horrible. How could you leave us all behind?
Gosh dang it. Ow.
Well, Hey! What the hell are you guys doing here?
What about the festival?
You've got some nerve, you know that?
I don't want to ruin the festival.
Looks like the old fart's finally gone senile.
Did you guys just all abandon it?
For once, I'm in full agreement with Aaron.
Damn you all.
I'm not even going to ask why. Not this time.
Oh, dear.
You always do this.
I share her sentiment.
Hey now! Pump the brakes for a sec.
Please. Stop.
Never do that to us again. Do you hear me, Van Arkwright?
Loud and clear.
She gets scary.
Serves him right.
Fair enough.
I also find your behavior to be objectionable, even if I do understand your intentions.
I'd get it if you didn't want to involve Nadia and me, but your assistants too? Come on.
I didn't want to ruin your festival.
I can explain. Wait! Hey! Hold up a sec!
Also, how'd you
guys know what I was planning to do?
Yeah, that too.
Could you be any slower on the uptake? Literally everyone here knew that something was off with you. We aren't blind, my dude.
At the very
Gosh.
least, we could tell it wasn't as bad as that time when you had completely given up.
But did you really think we wouldn't notice? You've been acting strange ever since you got that message.
And just when I was telling Aaron about how weird you were acting, you up and left without telling us.
Gosh dang it.
After that, I pulled the car around, and we followed after you. When your Zyphus reading suddenly disappeared, even I was taken aback.
But Lapis.
It must have been due to the phase space expansion. But that portal seems to be something else entirely.
What is that?
If you're thinking of what excuses to make, stop. You're a Spriggan and the boss of Arkwright Solutions, yes?
Gosh dang it.
Then stop running away. Or to put it more aptly, stop running from the people who care about you so much. Like your master said, you forged these bonds. So now you have to live with them.
Gosh dang it. Fair enough. Alright, you idiots.
I was just doing a little digging. That's all. I swear. I wasn't planning on throwing my life away. Not like last time. If you guys want to tag along, that's fine by me. But what about the performance?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried.
Oh, I already finished my part. Odette and Albert can handle the rest.
Me and S finished ours too.
Well, I was supposed to show up at the finale and say a few words at the end. But if I'm unable to make it, I'm sure Albert will figure something out.
That poor man.
Poor guy. Talk about a trial by fire for the future student council president.
Yeah, you know it.
All right, all right. The whole lot of you want in on this wild ride, then you better strap in.
It's about to get bumpy.
Wait, Do I even know your name?
Lapis! Lapis Rosenberg.
My name's Lapis. Lapis Rosenberg.
Yippee!
I've heard that you're an acquaintance of York, and that you've done a lot for Swin and Nadia.
Oh, it's so good to see you again, even if you look completely different right now.
I believe the reason you can't summon your hollow in this space is because your Genesis is currently inoperable.
Oh.
But if we can reach the Crimson Beast, she should be able to come out to play.
Really?
Until then, I'll be your playmate. Lucky you! Well, aren't you going to show me your gratitude?
Oh, so you're gonna be my replacement for mayor?
Sure. Thanks.
Wow, she really isn't anything like the Red Fairy.
You don't know the half of it.
It's like her personality's done a complete 180.
You really don't understand the half of it.
Yup, she's real cute. In fact, she's super duper cute.
When did I get back here?
Right? There's no denying that. Our LP is the cutest thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah.
Nadia!
Squeeze.
Don't hug me when I'm in my shard form.
Too bad.
Alright then. If you're up for it, I don't mind having the old man's masterpiece in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Of course, that goes for the rest of you too. That man pretending to be C, the Crimson Grendel, is waiting for us on the other side. It ain't gonna be a walk in the park, but I'm not worried. Because we've got one hell of a lineup here.
Yeah.
Let's go kick his ass, and then get ours back to the festival.
You know it!
Right!
In we go. The final dungeon. So what is this place? What the world? Octradium, 8th Principal Observation Engine's multidimensional phase phenomenon space.
What is this place?
It feels kind of sad in a weird way.
If this were a movie, I'd say these are some seriously cutting-edge special effects.
Something about it just makes me feel sad looking at it.
If I were to put it into words, this place is like several parallel dimensions merged on top of one another.
It's like an expanse, where the laws of causality overlap. Actually, it's less of an expanse and more of a boundary.
I agree. I wonder if this place was made manifest by the 8th Genesis along with the other 7.
This is where their power went?
Yes, I think that's exactly right.
It kind of culminated into this place?
That would explain why the Genesees lost their power.
It kind of all got dragged into this to make it.
It was absorbed by this expanse. No, actually, it might be more accurate to say their power gathered around the person who called Van here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet that's exactly what happened.
But what are they going to use that power for?
We've already got a pretty good idea of who it is we're dealing with. And if our guess is right on the money, then the chief's the only one who can send him off proper.
Then I think it's pretty clear what our role is in all this.
Yep.
Yep, we're here to back you up.
I don't think any of us want this hanging over our heads while we're partying it up at the festival.
You know
I
it.
will do everything within my power to help you see him off, so that we may not harbor any regrets after today.
Oh.
Until my vacation's over, I'm afraid
Is
you're
it who I
stuck
think
with
it
me,
is?
whether you like it or not.
I wonder.
It looks like time is at a standstill here, just like it was during Pandemonium.
Meaning we're good on time.
So if all goes well, we might be able to wrap this up and be back in time for the end of the performance.
Let's shoot for that then. I'd like to have one last hurrah before our short-lived school lives are done and dusted.
Same. I'm sure we'll have other chances to have some school fun, but I'm all for ending things on a high note. No fair. You two had all the fun without me.
I guess it's up to us alumni to ensure everyone in your grade receives a proper send-off.
Indeed. We wouldn't want any of them to end up like a certain dropout, whom I will refrain from
I
naming.
will skin you alive, Kincaid.
Hey!
Regardless, we'll help you finish this, Van. Everyone here knows what this 4SPG means to you. That's why we'll do this all together.
Maybe I have
Thanks,
an idea
guys.
of who this guy is, too. Let's do it.
Alright, gang. Let's get on out there and finish this thing!
Right!
Mayor to Lapis.
Multi-dimensional phenomenon space, Octradium. If it's who I think it is,
Leave
then...
it to me! Leave it to me!
Acquired all holocores other than altars. I was about to say, I do not have all holocores. Lapis. Strength and ATS increase, defense and ADF increase, speed increase, regen HP and EP, gain 5 CP, and S-Craft power increase. And we don't get these two for the final. It's kind of depressing, but oh well. As for who I want in the final team... Definitely, yep. Here we are. Octradium.
The spaces are connected through distortions. No, they might be working on a different principle.
If this is derived from the Genesis, then a number of theories spring to mind.
As much as I'd like to investigate it further, now's really not the best time.
Again, I don't know why, but just looking at this area just makes me feel sad for some reason. I can't really put into words why. It just is how it makes me feel for some reason.
That hits the spot.
I can still access the garden. Just doesn't feel like the most appropriate of times, but cool. Wait.
Well, looks like you've gathered some tokens,
Why are you here?
huh?
Well, let's see here. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and end it here for today. I think we'll make our way through it next time. So, thank you all so much for joining me. Hope to see you later. Hang on, let me retry that again. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy, and hope to see you all later. Peace.